Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on Roller Planet for our live stream coverage of the Tom Osborne Invitational. This morning we're bringing you the playoffs from the silver and bronze divisions. We got 4 games coming to you today. We're starting off with our semifinals from the silver division. Then we'll have our 2 championship games. Proud to have you with us this morning. I'm Logan McCrary, joined here by my wingman Chris Johnson.
Great to be here this morning, Logan. Some really solid hockey here for the final rounds of this Tom Osborne Invitational.
And our first matchup today will feature the Silver Avengers #1 team against the Wolfpack from Kansas City. And this has been a very dominating tournament for this team in blue. Coming on your left side of the screen, that's the Avengers, led by Captain Andrew Wolfpack, who has been a scoring machine all week long. The Wolfpack are going to have their work cut out for them. They will be skating with only 4 skaters this morning. Got a couple of injuries. At this time in the tournament, everybody gets a little bit banged up here and there, but this Wolfpack has had a rough go of it. They are missing 2 guys. They will not have any. Subs today.
Yeah, it's been a real tournament of attrition for this Wolfpack team. First, Tracy Killian going out, and then, of course, now Dylan Koch out as well in the hospital with some sort of exhaustion-related illness that he came down with yesterday.
I got word this morning he has something in the ballpark of a punctured lung. He is okay, but he will not be playing today. And then Tracy Killian had the torn bicep that he suffered earlier in the tournament. So
a lot of weight coming on to John Ingram down there.
Yeah.
For that Wolfpack team.
Led by John Ingram, that first guy in the purple you see there with the blue helmet on, captain of this Wolfpack team. If you tuned in with us earlier this month in the Walt Frazier Invitational, you may recognize John as well as a couple of these skaters. They were here for the inline tournament, traveling from Kansas City. Glad to have them with us. Not the only travel team to make it to the playoffs this morning. We'll see the Lubbock Phoenix coming up in our next game. We're seconds away from our first game of action here. And Wolfpack will start off with the ball. We'll take a look at the rosters here in just a second. And Ingram takes the face off from Kyle. Quickly turned over to Andrew Wolfpack. As I was saying, Wolfpack has had a dominant performance here throughout the entire tournament. We expect to see lots of scoring early and often from him.
He's such a great skater, good ball handler, as you can see there, can weave in and out of traffic, get whatever shot he wants in close.
And netminder Kai Johnson making a face save there, took the ball off the mask from Wolfpack, takes the first shot of the game. And taking a look at the rosters here, starting with the Avengers, number 4, Andrew Wolfpack, number 13, Nick Robinson, 99, Gavin Carter, 98, Ethan Crosby, 29, Trinity Weiss, and in net for the Avengers this morning, number 19, Houston Cox.
So a lot of young, inexperienced players there for that Avengers team. Wolfpack taking the lead, bringing them along with him as he is, as you've mentioned many times, and will be continuing to mention, a dominant scorer here throughout the tournament.
Wolfpack's shot was high ball called and turnover for the Wolfpack, and looks like we've got a stick lift. Trinity Weiss on Kelly Sumner. Play is blown dead, turned back over. Wolfpack maintained possession this morning.
Big difference in the rules between rink hockey and inline hockey there, with the stick lift being outlawed here in rink hockey, something the players that play both games really have to adjust to.
Yep. Here at Xfinity Arena, got a lot of people converting, learning the game of inline hockey first, then picking up the game of rink hockey. So it's a learning experience for lots of us here, including myself.
And including that man there, Ethan Crosby. He's been an inline player since he was a small child, now picking up rink hockey here in the last couple years. And he's taken to it quite well.
He certainly has. He played multiple teams in this tournament, as has lots of players playing in several divisions, and Crosby was leading scorer for this Wolfpack team in the bronze division.
Yeah, they're really trying to grow the game out there in Kansas City. So bringing 2 teams out here for the Tom Osborne Invitational a big step in the right direction for them.
Sumner loses the ball to Crosby on the near boards. It brings it back the other way. It's a 3-on-1 advantage here. Crosby over to Wolffolk. Wolffolk will try to get a shot in. It was actually 3-on-2. That was Alex Romines down in front of the net. Wolfpack electing to keep a guy close to the net down there, keep their defensive front up, which is what they're going to need to stay successful in this one.
They have to do something to make sure Wolfhoek doesn't get a breakaway and an easy goal.
Anything they can do to keep more bodies between him and the net is going to be a good idea. And Vickery passes to nobody, and it ends up getting picked up by Trinity Weiss. And that ball knocked away. In the stick battles, instead of having heavy contact between the sticks, the defenders got to try and get the ball out. Otherwise, they're going to play will be blown dead for illegal contact with the sticks.
Robinson trying to clear it back up, collected by Weiss. The Avengers, a good possession there that last time. Robinson got a good look, and Kai Johnson just got enough of it.
Wolffolk, hard slap shot, goes off the chest of Kai Johnson. That thing coming like a cannonball off the stick of Wolffolk. Now swings around, goes for a backhand shot. 2 quick saves by Johnson. Had to lay out for the first one, and Wolffolk tried to pop up the rebound. Johnson able to get the blocker on it.
Huge sequence there from Kai Johnson. He's shown incredible growth just over the 72 hours of this tournament, coming in, very little experience, and now standing toe-to-toe with Andrew Wolfhoek.
Wolffolk passes that over to Carter. Carter's shot is knocked down by the stick of Johnson. Wolffolk showing the agility early here in this game. Wolffolk, of course, member of Team USA rink hockey, recently played in the Pan Am Games. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we'll be making the trip to Worlds in Italy in just a few months.
Yeah, in September, the World Skate Games in Italy, and Wolfhoek will be on Team USA, a Team USA team making it into the top division for the first time in decades.
Here comes Wolffolk with speed along the near board. Chips that shot up. Quick wrist shot is blocked away, picked up by Vickery, who comes the other way now. Nobody with him, though. John Ingram skating in pursuit. But that gets knocked away by Wolffolk, and now comes back the other way. Wolffolk up the middle. Wrist shot, score! Our first goal of the morning. Andrew Wolffolk beats the blocker side of Kai Johnson.
And there you see that agility, that quickness, able to stop on a dime on skates in a way that most people can't on foot. As we take another look at it.
Comes just right over the middle. Gets past Kelly Sumner, makes a quick move around his left, and then takes the far side of the net for the first score of the morning. Here's Sumner with it.
So difficult to stop a skater like that. Even if you step to him, he just goes right around you.
And Sumner holding on to that ball just a little too long in his own zone, couldn't get into the offensive zone, and that is going to be a turnover. Avengers will get it near mid-rink. Gavin Carter taps that back to Ethan Crosby, who leaves it for Wolffolk. Wolffolk again with the slow approach over the middle. Tries to chip that up for Weiss. Vickery able to get a stick on that and break that up. Wolfpack ball. Now Ingram get his passes intercepted, picked up by Wolffolk. Makes a half spin move, get that over to Crosby. Crosby bobbles the pass, though. Had a good opportunity on that. And Wolfpack electing to keep Alex Romines in front of the net there, trying to do a 2-man defense, help out his goalie a little bit.
And that's the other part of Wolfhoek's game, as you saw him drop that pass off for Crosby. He gets inside. He can either take his own shot or dump it off and give his teammates a good opportunity.
Wolffolk takes a shot between the legs, bounces off a Wolfpack player, using his elite stick handling skills to dig it out of the corner and very quickly bring it around the net to get that shot. No good, though, as Wolfpack take it over. Ingram resets for his team. Now he'll bring it out. And another possession turnover, holding on to the ball too long in their defensive zone.
10 seconds to get it across into the offensive zone on a turnover, and 5 seconds if you are in your offensive zone and pass it back. So you have to keep that clock going internally at all times.
Yeah, the rule designed to keep teams from chewing up clock and try to keep the action going. Big difference from what we see in inline hockey. You see a lot of guys who like to kind of camp out behind their own net, let their team set up, wait for a passing lane to open up or perhaps a skating lane, but you got to move the ball. And a great look there, Wolffolk able to connect with that pass on Crosby. Crosby shoots it right into Johnson's shoulder, knocks that down. Avengers recover it now. Wolffolk again, he's got Crosby. A mirror image of what they just did. He passes that back for Carter. Drifts across mid-rink. He's got to get back over the line, though. And his pass is cut off, picked up by Ingram. Ingram trying to control. And it looks like that's going to be, trying to see what the ref's going to call here. I'm not sure why play was blown dead. Giving the players an explanation out there.
It's a little foul on the Avengers. Restart for the Wolfpack.
Short pass up to Curry. His shot goes above Houston Cox.
First action for Houston Cox down there.
It's a good, nice pass by Ingram. Curry was able to find his way all alone in front of the net. Threading the needle between two Avengers there. Avengers pick it back up, though.
The Curry likes to work down there behind the net in the offensive zone. Try to find room, sneak around from one side to the other.
Nick Robinson's shot went off the top crossbar there. Avengers maintain possession. Pass behind the net, picked up by Gavin Carter in the near corner. Sends it all the way back for Wolffolk. He may try for the slap shot here, and he does, and he shoots and scores. Andrew Wolffolk, his second goal of the game.
And we've talked so much about Wolffolk getting inside, but he has this aspect of his game as well. Able to just wind up and fire from distance. And you see Romines making a business decision there in the middle of the box.
Yeah, and probably a wise decision. Nobody, that ball, it shot that hard, it comes at you like a cannonball. And deadly accuracy by Wolffolk. You saw him just tuck it right under the crossbar for the score there. And you speak from experience there. You've taken a hard shot in your time as a player. You mainly a defensive-minded player.
I certainly have. Play a very similar style to what they have Romines doing here for the Wolfpack myself. And you stand in front, and if you're not paying attention and somebody really rips one into the box, gets you on that thigh, big thigh muscle, you can have a bruise that'll stick with you for a while.
It'll wake you up in the morning, that's for sure. John Ingram's pass, he had a great pass dish in for Kyle Sumner. Couldn't quite get the tip in that he wanted. Went back the other way, but Avengers turned it right back over. Crosby with the attempt. Comes along the near boards, Wolfpack maintain.
Wolfpack starting to get a little bit more possession here as we move into the middle of the period. In the beginning, it was all Avengers. The Wolfpack now holding on to the ball, giving themselves some opportunities.
Seems like they're settling in, finally getting up to speed this morning. It's been a long tournament for all these teams. Just need a couple of minutes to get the juices flowing. Sumner. Gonna hold on to it. Controlling over the perimeter. Tries to take a shot. Goes off the stick of Carter. Good stick by Carter to keep that, help out his netminder, Houston Cox. Ingram tries to move in. Pushed off by Wolffolk, who's gonna come away with it. Good battle won by Wolffolk.
And here's Wolffolk with speed.
Comes into the middle.
And there it is. There's that pass that he can do as well. Everyone's worried about him shooting, and they should be. But that opens up opportunities.
Finally connected with Crosby on that. He's been looking for that one all morning. Comes over the middle with speed. Romines just kind of caught like a statue there. It's a tough decision either way. Do you stand there and try to block the shot, or do you try to cut off the man coming in from the back door? Romines elected to keep his focus on Wolffolk, and Ethan Crosby was just left wide open. And Sumner able to nearly knocks that away from Wolffolk. Wolffolk picks it right back up, spins around, goes for the shot, gets knocked down into the boards. It's going to be a foul.
Foul on Vickery there. Just a common team foul. Nothing untoward, just couldn't stop there into the corner. But going back to that goal, Crosby just following behind. Perfect relationship in terms of where he was compared to Wolfhook. Put Romines and Johnson in, like you said, an impossible situation, having to decide.
And Crosby turns it right over to the hands of John Ingram, who's now trying to make a move around Wolfhoek. Wolfhoek, a fantastic two-way player. Ingram's wraparound attempt goes in just between the legs of Houston Cox, and the Wolfpack are on the board.
Nice move there by John Ingram, and he's a guy who can also go off and score some goals in a short period of time. See it just trickling through there. Last night in the semifinal, or the quarterfinal to qualify for this game, the Wolfpack fell down 4-1, and John Ingram put in 4 goals in the second half in order to get his team to this position.
Wolfhoek takes a mid-rink slap shot, bounces wide of the net. Wolfpack come in, that's going to be knocked away by Cox.
Wolfhoek on the counterattack. Was trying to pass across. He had Weiss this time coming through on the opposite lane. Caught a stick. One of the Wolfpack players, probably Romine. He's usually in there, bouncing high over the netting.
Tracy Killian on the bench for the Wolfpack goes and picks that ball up, puts it back into the rink for us. As I said earlier, Killian suffered a torn bicep earlier in this tournament. Not able to help his team on the floor, but able to help waiting in the wings. Weiss knocks that back for Wolfhoek. Back to Carter as the Avengers try to set up a play here. Wolfhoek. Carter moves that in, rather. Tries to backhand pass into Crosby, and Romine's able to knock that one away. John Ingram going for this spinning attempt to try to handle around Wolfhoek. Wolfhoek, strong defense. Now he comes in. He loses his skates on that one.
Not something you see from him very often. He's looking around the floor to see if he might have stepped on anything. Don't see it. And
great scorer. Kyle Vicuri came in almost unchallenged. Skated across with speed. Gets right past Carter, who's almost standing straight up on that. And quick handle dishes that again under the legs of Houston Cox. We got a 1-score game here.
Yeah, the Avengers just as surprised as we were that Wolfhoek went down, lost the ball, and Vickery picked it right up off of that mishap and walked down, got in front, and buried it, pulling the Wolfpack to within a single goal.
Wolfpack making a lot of moves to get into the box there. And I'm not sure exactly what happened, but they called a foul on the Wolfpack here. And I think we're going to get a penalty shot for Wolfhoek.
Absolutely the last thing the Wolfpack needed right now. They've scored 2 unanswered, pulled this thing back within 1, and now a foul in the box gives a penalty shot to the best scorer in the tournament.
And the way this works is all the other players will wait in the other penalty box while this shot happens. They got to wait for the whistle here. But Wolfhoek will get an unencumbered attempt on the net. Shoots that low, and that's a block by Johnson. Wolfhoek will get another chance here, and he scores on that one. Quick wrister. Looked like that went past the stick of Kyle Johnson. Another look at that. Wolfhoek able to pick that right back up. Gets to pick his shot on that one.
And that's really one of the more some would argue the more dangerous part of the penalty shot. The direct shot itself, you know, the goalie can cover most of the net, but then during that time it takes the rest of the team to get down the floor, the player has another opportunity to move in, work the ball rather, and get a close wrister like that, just as Wolfhoek did.
And Wolfhoek sends that up for Carter. Being challenged by 2 Wolfpack players there. Knocks that back to Wolfhoek. Comes in on the right side, and that wrister makes its way in. Same, very identical looking shot, just from the opposite side of the penalty. Just past the stick of Johnson.
Just unbelievable accuracy there from Wolfhoek, from that bottom corner between the sticks of Romine and Johnson, bouncing off that far post and in.
And you can see on that one, Johnson pulled his stick across his body there. He's got to trust his blocker to shore up that near side on the net. As soon as he pulled that stick across his body, he left the far side of the net wide open, and it was easy pickings for Woolfolk. Avengers now leading 5-2 with under a minute to go here in the first period. Pass up, knocked down by Carter. Woolfolk now sends that up to Carter. He's got to chase that down. Weiss picks it up over the middle. Weiss is a great stick handler, and she's going to try to use those skills. She gets her pocket picked by Ingram, though. He tries to dish that in on Cox. Goes off the side of the net. Wolfpack still have it, though. Vicuri over to Ingram, who handles. Vicuri tried to push that in on Cox and ended up losing that to Weiss.
That was a nice little two-man action there from Ingram and Vicuri.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out something there. Slap shot by Woolfolk knocked down, with the Wolfpack electing to go with the all-time defense down in front of their own net. Basically, it's almost a power play for them every time they try and go down and score, as that's the end of the first half.
A nice play there at the buzzer by Johnson to break up that crossing pass.
We'll stay with us here for halftime. It's only a minute break between periods. Take a look at some of the goals from this first period, though. It was the Avengers starting things off early, led by that man, Captain Andrew Woolfolk. That backhanded wrist shot hitting the far side. He's done that a number of times. That was the second one. That one going over the shoulder of Johnson, his slap shot. That fantastic dish over to Crosby. It was probably the third or fourth time they attempted that. They finally connected. Great wraparound there by John Ingram. And then this great move past Gavin Carter went Kyle Vicuri. This off the penalty shot was Woolfolk. And then for the fifth goal for the Avengers, again, wrist shot hitting the far side, beating the stick side of Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, it's the the Andrew Woolfolk show, just as we expected. 4 goals and an assist. He can get whatever he wants on the offensive end. Plays tough defense as well. But the Wolfpack, the Iron Wolfpack, they're skating with 4. Ingram and Vicuri battling on the offensive end, getting those 2 in the middle, trying to keep this thing within reach. See what the second half holds for them in terms of fatigue and the ability to keep up that 2-man attack. As you mentioned, keeping Romines back all times, trying to shore up the defense against Woolfolk means they've got to work extra hard on the offensive end, especially when they're now sitting with a 3-goal deficit.
It's basically it's like the Avengers are on the power play while playing defense, so the Wolfpack are trying to go for a shorthanded attempt almost every time they try to go down and score. And one thing you may notice if you're not familiar with this game is teams their benches switch sides. In addition to switching sides on the floor, Wolfpack now skating from left to right on your screen, Avengers going from right to left. Woolfolk backhanded pass to Crosby, comes in slowly. Back to Woolfolk, he's got to get it out of his defensive zone. And he does. Now he moves in, loses the ball trying to handle, though, coming over the middle. Ingram, good pressure. Try to keep Woolfolk from pushing in. Carter looking for a lane now. His shot goes wide. Robinson loses his foot. And the Wolfpack now able to pick it up. Tries to pass that over the middle, out of the reach of Johnson. Vicuri goes for a quick wrist shot. Didn't get quite enough on it, though. That was a slow roller over to Cox, who passes that off to Woolfolk. Now the Avengers coming back the other way. Woolfolk bouncing shot. Not near as much intensity as we've seen on his other shots this morning. Pick up for the Wolfpack. Bouncing pass by Ingram, hard to handle for Kyle. Ingram picks it back up, though, trying to handle past Woolfolk. Dishes it in low. Kyle Vicuri cannot get a stick on the rebound.
Vicuri camping out in front on that possession, trying to screen Cox and then be in position for a rebound. Was right where he needed to be, just couldn't quite get a stick on it.
That's pretty much going to be plan A for this Wolfpack team. If they can't get a rush, they're going to try to have Ingram take the shot, try to get a rebound, and have Kyle VeCurry there to scoop up that rebound. Hasn't happened just yet. Both guys able to score on solo attempts. VeCurry tries to pick that up, leaves it for Ingram. Tries to take that past the right side of Woolfolk, can't beat the stick, and now Crosby handles around one. Backhanded shot, saved by Johnson. Picked up by the Wolfpack, and they go the other way with it. It's Ingram and Kelly. Dishes that up, knocked out by Cox. It's a high backhanded shot, trying to go over the shoulder of Cox. Ingram's got it again. He's got VeCurry out front. Curry's pass goes exceptionally wide by several feet.
Yeah, Ingram was looking for it. He had it there. It was about a couple seconds too late that time around.
And Ingram looking up at the ceiling in frustration. He had VeCurry wide open. Crosby comes across the middle, handles, comes away with it, and Weiss will come on for Robinson. Avengers make the change. Crosby dumps that off for Woolfolk, and now he moves in with some speed. Goes for a high backhanded shot that goes off the side of the net. Nearly runs into the net. Woolfolk now challenging Ingram. He's going to lose that along the wall, trying to pick it back up. Woolfolk comes away with it. Now he comes across the middle now. Over to Carter, who shoots and scores.
And Woolfolk, again, getting inside. He had a shot. No one would have criticized him for taking this shot himself as we take another look at it. That's a good shot. Sumner runs over there to help get in the way, and with everyone focused on him, Carter slides right in behind and buries it. So a nice goal there for Gavin Carter. And that play really was made all the way back here on the boards when Woolfolk went in there with the much larger John Ingram and came out with the ball to get that 2-on-1 started.
Woolfolk will take a timeout here, and that'll be about a minute. Not the Wolfpack, rather. And yeah, I had it on the tip of my tongue. I expected Woolfolk to take a shot there, but a very smart play. He had Sumner coming across to cut off his shooting lane, and then Gavin Carter very smartly coming in right behind Woolfolk, and back door attempt. Pretty easy pickings for Carter.
We'll rewind it and take another look at it. And the thing with Woolfolk is he's always so in control, so balanced. He can do whatever he wants with the ball at any point. The game is just in slow motion for him.
It's a great shot by Carter, right? Wide open opportunity for him, able to knock that home. And Avengers with a 4-goal lead here.
That's the kind of shot an inexperienced player can kind of overthink. So open.
And Carter did a great
job. And he did not do that.
He did a great job taking his time on that one. Carter, like many of the players out here for this Avengers team, has an inline hockey background, so he's got good mechanics. He's got good puck sense, as they like to say, in inline hockey. But so he good coordination. He was in the right place. He knew what he was doing, and he got all of that one. Carter able to get a stick on Kelly Sumner, knocked that away. Crosby, though, not able to quite dig it out enough as Sumner falls on that one. Now Crosby takes a backhanded shot, blocked down by Kai Johnson.
Nice save there from Johnson. Crosby definitely has the ability to score from right in front. Johnson stared him down on that opportunity.
Yeah, Sumner making the mistake there, allowing that opportunity. Johnson thankfully bailing him out. And that ball is chipped up and out of play. It was Kyle VeCurry battling Gavin Carter for that one. They'll dig the ball out of the sideboards, and it will be Avengers ball. Just under 14 to go here in the second period. Carter gets the green light, gives that off to Woolfolk. Woolfolk comes over the middle, over to Carter. Sends that all the way over to Crosby. He's going to dump it off for Wolffolk. He tries to create a screen. Crosby came just out of position for that. Ingram able to keep the pressure on Wolffolk the entire way in. Wolffolk's pass was low and off the blockers of Johnson. Now Vicuri tries to handle. He's got a sea of blue in front of him. Has to dish that all the way back out to Ingram. Ingram trying to get around, but cannot. Wolffolk right there with him. That goes off of Wolffolk's skates, and he picks it up out of the far corner. Comes back the other way with it.
That was a nice first move by Vicuri to get into the middle, but then the Avengers defense just collapsing around him, forcing him to lose the puck and ball out into the corner.
Wolffolk electing to take the long slap shot beyond mid-rink on that one. Ends up in a turnover. Ingram again trying to dish that out to the man in the middle. Kelly Sumner has that attempt broken up. Weiss and Crosby are both there. Carter tries to send that over to Weiss. That's cut off by Vicuri. Now over to Sumner. Sumner tries to send it right back, and that gets cut off by Crosby. Makes a great move. Backhanded attempt. Rebound. Both blocked by Johnson.
Johnson landing on the ball on that second save.
Good move by Crosby to get around Romines. Romines committed to the left side. Ethan Crosby, great stick work. Kind of shake him out of his skates and create a big opportunity there. Just shot it right up into Johnson, though. Curry able to get the ball around Carter. Now 2-on-1 attempt here, and it's good for Sumner. Great move. Connection from Ingram and not Sumner, Vicuri. Keep getting that wrong.
Yeah, nice pass there across by Ingram to Vicuri, just past the outstretched stick of Andrew Wolffolk. And this Wolfpack team is not going to go quietly. They're going to continue to battle here for these last 11 minutes.
And, you know, I meant to say something earlier. This Wolfpack team had an incredible journey to this semifinal last night. One of the most exciting games we'd seen of the tournament. They were able to come back from a 4-0 deficit, I believe, in the quarterfinal game against the second Phoenix team in the silver division. They were down 4-0, came all the way back, took it to overtime, and were able to get the winner in a thrilling match against a very tough Phoenix team. Battled adversity the whole way, dealing with those injuries, and then that incredible game last night to get them here. So they are absolutely capable of some heroics here in the second half. Ingram, that was from Vicuri, and Wolffolk able to get a stick on it and knock it down. He sends that up for Crosby, who's coming across with a little bit of speed. Makes a move around Sumner, keeps it up. He's going to go around. Tries to send that over to Robinson. That pass a little too high. Robinson couldn't get a stick on it. Ingram sends that back, but picked up by Wolffolk again. Wolffolk dumps that off for Carter. Wolffolk taking his time, perhaps trying to chew a little bit of clock. Crosby had to go back and get that pass from Carter. Carter put just a little too much on it for Crosby to handle, and you got 5 seconds to get it back across mid-court, or it's going to be a turnover, and that's what we got.
And that is the shortest 5 seconds for you when you're the guy trying to track down the ball, get it turned around, and come back. If your momentum's going the wrong direction, when you have to go get that, it's almost impossible to get it back.
I mean, you really have
across the line.
You have no time essentially to handle it yourself. You almost just kind of have to send it and pray you hit a friendly shirt.
Wolffolk was able to do it.
Gets absolutely bulldozed. Sorry to cut you off. He just gets bulldozed by Robinson after Sumner chipped it up into Robinson's chest, and Robinson just threw his shoulder into Sumner. He's got a smile on his face. Good sportsmanship about it, but and somehow that is going to be no. Okay, I thought the ref was signaling a Avengers ball. It will be the Wolfpack.
Yeah, you see there, gives him the little extra, extends the elbow. That's going to get called every time.
Wolffolk shoots and scores. It happened so fast I almost didn't see it. He came across the middle, beat two guys. I lost the ball, and all of a sudden it was in the back of the net. Let's take another look at that. Just a great move by Woolfolk. Incredibly quick shot with deadly accuracy once again.
It was a quick shot, and Sumner was all over his shoulder, his back shoulder as he took it. I think he was going to end up with a penalty shot if that had not gone in.
The refs say it's a good goal. We've got a 4-goal game once again. Pass cut off by Sumner. It looked like the Avengers were calling for a handball. Couldn't see if it quite hit off his hand or his wrist, but we play on.
I think he got his hand out of the way, and then it led to Robinson having a nice opportunity right on the doorstep. He couldn't put it home, though. Here comes Woolfolk the other way.
Woolfolk's got now 3 Wolfpack in front of him. Crosby over the middle. Bouncing ball. Carter tries to chip it up. That goes above the net. Carter trying to get it back into the middle. Wolfpack, rather, able to break that up. Woolfolk, Wolfpack. I'll wake up at some point, ladies and gentlemen. Still waiting for the caffeine to kick in.
Nice early morning start here at the Tom Osborne Invitational Championship Sunday.
Gotta love it. Ingram looking for somebody over the middle. Nobody there to help him as Crosby takes that the other way. Robinson loses that in his skates. Pushed back out to the rim.
That was a good job to maintain control after that did not go the way he was expecting. And here with the 4-goal lead, possession, 9/10 of the law for the Avengers for sure.
Absolutely. Woolfolk's shot there went off the skate. Looked like it might have had a shot to trickle in, but Johnson able to kick that out. He sticks that back behind the net. Wolfpack finally able to recover. Now Ingram has it, makes a move to get around Carter. Passes up to Vickery. Vickery back over to Ingram. Just slightly out of reach as he can't get the backhanded shot to find its way home. Now Carter comes across with some speed, making a move. Backhand, shoot and score. Gavin Carter is second of the game.
Nice individual effort here from Carter.
Skating with intensity.
Outskates Sumner, gets around Romines, and picked it up right off of that. They were the Wolfpack looking for the mirror image of their previous goal. This time going Vickery to Ingram, didn't quite connect, and it led to that counterattack as Carter was able to seize the opportunity.
And for folks who make the conversion from inline hockey or perhaps even ice hockey into this game, that backhanded shot, tried and true for those trying to learn this game. And it worked for Carter there. Avengers get it again. Trinity Weiss handling, has that knocked away by Romines. And up to Ingram. Ingram comes across now. Handles trying to get around Woolfolk. Nobody there as Kelly Sumner is standing straight up. Needed to be there with Ingram on that. The Curry cannot be the only guy who skates with Ingram. Sumner has got to be more aggressive on those plays instead of waiting for something to happen. He's got to start helping create these opportunities for his team.
And there's a point at which the Wolfpack might have to reconsider the defensive focus strategy and start sending Romines up in front of the net as well to start hammering away at rebounds, trying to make something happen as we got 4.5 to go here.
Long shot from Woolfolk ends up bouncing off the back wall. Curry back to Ingram. Ingram into the box now. Trying to get a quick wrist shot around Woolfolk. Woolfolk able to disrupt him enough and then come away with it as Ingram looks up into the ceiling in frustration again. Woolfolk shot blocked by Johnson. Haven't seen it a lot this game, but Woolfolk absolutely capable of chipping the ball up and knocking it in out of the air. That dish from Weiss to Crosby. That is a good goal.
A nice pass, and we see again, Weiss, she's a really good ball handler, good hands, and puts that to use there, puts that pass right on the stick of Crosby, and he does the rest.
Doing exactly what the Wolfpack want to be doing. Crosby waiting out front for either the pass or a rebound. Good pass by Weiss on that one. Good stick by Crosby. John makes the move. He actually beat Wolfpack on that one.
He did a nice spin move, used that bigger body to create some space for himself, but the shot does go just wide.
Weiss again feeds that out front. Robinson could not handle it. Gets broken up by Ingram. 3 minutes to go. 6-goal lead for the Avengers as time and hope seems to be waning for this Wolfpack team.
Not out of it just yet, but a very steep slope to climb now for the Wolfpack, but they can be proud of what they accomplished here this weekend as a team, as an organization. Their bronze squad making it to the semifinals in that division as well.
Shot and score by Trinity Weiss. The backhanded shot beats the blocker of Kai Johnson. Great shot by Weiss on that one. Just outside the box. That tried and true backhanded shot. Able to get enough lift on it. Not a whole lot of power, but perfect placement.
Yep, she had plenty of power to get it through that time. It was a nice move to get so much space. And she beat the Wolfpack player who was playing her up above the box.
Shot by Vicuri. I think it was wide. Cox might have gotten a piece of it. Ingram ends up using his body on Wolfpack on the wall, and that gets blown dead. It'll be Avengers ball. Contact definitely de-emphasized, we shall say, in this sport.
Yeah, just a little too much there. That shoulder right into the man on the boards already. That's going to get called.
Yeah. John able to get that ball away from Robinson, but cannot beat the stick of Wolfpack. Robinson goes for the slapper. I believe that might be the first shot attempt we've seen from him with a minute remaining in this game.
He had one other opportunity and close to the net, but definitely has not been very aggressive on the offensive end. Only Avenger without a goal at this point.
Wolfpack near a wall, comes in, and that time he elects to go popping the ball up. Fans on the aerial shot.
It is Robinson now starting to park right in front. Looking for that opportunity.
Wolfpack circling as time continues to wind down. Over to Weiss. Weiss trying to pass it over the middle, but Crosby nowhere close at the time. Now Ingram, the late chance here, and he skates right into Wolfpack. That will be a turnover. The clock will not stop. The time will tick down. Ingram and Wolfpack smiling about it.
And Ingram just at the point of exhaustion there, not able to control the ball, control his skates. He's just gassed and ran into Wolfpack. No ill intent, nothing like that. Just a guy that's really played his heart out all weekend.
Absolutely. As we said, they had that incredible comeback victory late last night to make it to this game. Skating with no subs today, dealing with all those injuries. You got to give credit to this Wolfpack team. The Avengers will move on to the final after their yet another dominating performance, led by Captain Andrew Wolfpack. We will step away for just a few minutes, and we'll set the stage here for our second Silver Division semifinal. You're watching Roller Planet. Actually, real quick, let's take a look at some of the goals. Before we take a break, let's take a look at some of the goals from this game. Led by that guy, and that was one of a number of good dishes from Wolfpack.
Ingram and Vickery
able to connect,
trying to keep them in it.
Trying to connect on just a couple more of those, make this a closer game. Tough morning for them.
Nice individual effort there from Carter.
Trinity Weiss to Crosby, great placement.
And then Trinity doing it herself.
Her backhand shot.
Right from the top of the box. Very nice.
And that will do it for our first game this morning. We will step away for just a couple minutes. We'll be back with that second semifinal. You're watching Roller Planet. Appreciate having you guys with us this morning. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be back. And welcome back to Roller Planet's live stream coverage of the 2024 Tom Osborne Invitational, our adult division playoffs this morning. We are now in our game 2, our second silver semifinal. This one between the Colorado Panthers and the Lubbock Phoenix. And this one should be an exciting one. These two teams tied in round robin play. A lot of good scorers on both sides. Definitely a one-sided, well, one team having the advantage in terms of manpower. Looks like we got 4 skaters here for this Phoenix team this morning.
And that could come into play certainly in the second half, especially coming up from Lubbock. Lubbock not the lowest city in Texas, but it's certainly not 6,000 feet like we are here at the base of Pikes Peak, the beautiful Xfinity Roller Sports Arena. We'll see how that plays into things.
And we'll see if the Phoenix team will get a sub here. I see another member waiting in the wings, but not currently on the bench. May still be getting ready, but for now, Lubbock will start this game with 4 skaters.
But the 4 skaters they have, very solid, led by number 4, Lucas Thompson. He can get inside, likes to dish. He's able to finish on his own as well. When he does dish, he's got his daughter, Carly Thompson. She's a sneaky player, always around the net, ready to bang one in.
And the Panthers will start us off.
And tons of scoring all over the lineup for the Panthers as well. Gage Holmes, Caleb Wayne, Ben Bonilla, all guys with a very good shot and offensive-minded players.
Definitely strong team here for this Panthers squad. Caleb Ween, also with an inline hockey background, just picked up the game a couple of months ago and has been one of the top performers in this tournament in both bronze and silver division. He takes that from Gage Holmes. His shot off the post, and Ben Bonilla almost cleaned that up. Going for the rebound. This Panthers team will score on you very quickly, just like that. Lucas Thompson going from far out. That bounced up to Didac Sanchez. Now Holmes over to Wayne, shoots and scores. Going top shelf. The dish from Holmes. These two have been connecting the whole tournament just like that. Both guys coming up together as a unit.
You can see Holmes not in that shot from the replay, but the pass coming from that far left wing. Wayne following along right behind in the slot and buries the ball. First goal of the game.
John Jones really just did not have a chance on that one. Now Holmes mishandled the pass, tried to leave it out over the middle. No Panthers there to help pick it up, though. Lucas Thompson using that rocket slap shot. We're going to see him shoot like that a lot this game. At least we expect to, as that is how he has played throughout the tournament. Shot goes high, though. Phoenix will maintain possession. Get along the near corner of the penalty box. Thompson sends that back for Sanchez. Makes a move around Bonilla. Sanchez fakes the slap shot attempt. Johnson does not. Juan Pablo Salgado able to knock that away. That did bounce off a post, though. And Thompson very likely to find one or two of those.
He's firing from distance here early. Might want to look to get inside that Panthers defense a little bit more.
It's an intimidating shot, and there's a lot of good reasons to do it. First of all, he can be deadly accurate with it. Also, I can tell you nobody wants to be the one to catch that unless you're wearing a bunch of goalie pads. But the risk you run with it is it could just as often turn into a turnover as a scoring opportunity for you.
And you see there the other three members of the Phoenix team working together, weaving, getting inside the box.
Thompson again, that one goes off of Stauffer's skate. And there, just like I said.
And now we've got a 3-on-2.
Yep. Holmes, his shot, that bounces off of Jasmine Jones.
Good defensive positioning there by Jones.
Jones doing a good job creating a screen for Sanchez. And that's something this Phoenix team, all the Phoenix teams really have done well this tournament. They're very good at coordinating, playing as a team, and creating screens for each other, giving the ball handler a lane to skate. So they can pass, they can do that very well, but they're very good at pushing into the offensive zone by creating screens. And you'll hear them talking out there. They talk a lot. They're good communicators. They're good at telling each other where to go and directing traffic in order to move in and create scoring opportunities.
Yeah, it's a function of their experience, and not just their individual experience playing the game, but their experience playing the game together as a unit. They have been doing it a long time, played a lot of games.
Thompson's not able to connect on that one. But we see that one a lot, though. Lucas Thompson very often is the guy moving things in, with Carly Thompson sitting out front. Sanchez fans on his shot opportunity. Did a good job beating a couple Panthers to get over to the middle, right in front of Juan Pablo Salgado. Bonilla gets that pushed out by Thompson, bounces that one off of Thompson.
And we see now, too, back there, Janae Jones making her way to the bench. So the reinforcements in place now for the Phoenix.
Phoenix no longer skating Iron Man. It's a tough task for the Wolfpack, as we saw in that last game. Holmes goes for the backhanded shot, controlling over the middle. Wayne with a chance there.
Nice stick.
Just a little
Sanchez.
Just a little too slow. Sanchez able to beat Wayne on that. Wayne does a great job in all facets of the game, but hanging out in front, waiting for those rebounds. Again, Thompson dishing over to Thompson. That time, shot just a little bit wide. She able to get a lot more on that attempt, though. Give them a couple more attempts to hone that in, and they'll start scoring. Here's Thompson, makes a good backhanded move. That goes off the post. Thompson did a good move to get around Stauffer on that one. He dishes that over to his daughter, Carly, and Salgado sticks that out. Holmes goes the other way with it. Thompson cuts it off, though. Keeps the pressure on for this Phoenix team. Circles away from Bonilla. Good handling with one-handed handling. Backhanded shot goes off the chest of Salgado. Bouncing ball over the middle, though. Caleb Wayne picks it up. Waiting for Stauffer to come with him. Elects to go with the backhanded shot. That gets broken up by Jasmine Jones.
Yeah, that long rebound, once it finished bouncing around in the box, picked up by Wayne, led to a nice opportunity for the Panthers. No one else able to go down with him, though.
There again was that good screen by Thompson, able to create some space there for Jones. He takes it down and makes a shot, but that shot goes wide and picked up again by Gage Holmes. Dumps it off for Caleb Wayne. Up to Bonilla. Bonilla, very strong skater and handler, although he puts too much on that pass as Holmes has to go chase it down. Holmes brings it back in. Backhanded shot, that goes off of Jones. A good eat by Jones. She's not showing it right now, but I'm not sure what that hit. But even on a leg pad, that shot from Holmes is not fun to wear.
I've done it myself. It is absolutely not a good time.
And for the folks at home, I've seen the results of that Holmes shot off of my wingman's thigh here, and it creates quite an interesting bruise. It's a bruise that lasts for a while and a memory that lasts a lifetime. You never forget that kind of injury.
It haunts me.
Tyler Fadee comes on for the Panthers.
There's a nice pass across.
Janae Jones now getting her first floor time. Ben Bonilla gets that mishandled ball from the Phoenix, picks it over, and he tries to send it to Stauffer. Stauffer fans on the shot. Stauffer skating out for this tournament, but he is, by trade, a goalie. He is the goaltender for Team USA.
Both Team USA goaltenders out there skating on the floor in this one. Sanchez and Stauffer splitting time for the squad on international competition in net.
Sanchez went down on that one. Got his skate pulled up by the stick of Stauffer. No call, though. Here's Thompson. Takes a low slap shot. Blocked by Salgado.
And now it's 2-on-0.
2-on-0 here for Holmes and Bonilla. Holmes goes for a low wrist shot. He did get that under Jones, but it went wide. He had Bonilla wide open there. Holmes loves to score, though. If he thinks he's got any type of opportunity, he is almost always going to take that shot. Just so aggressive on the ball. Over to Fadee. Fadee, another great skater on this Panthers squad. And it's really a well-built team. You got a lot of experience between Holmes and Stauffer, and then a lot of youth and speed from Bonilla, Fadee, as well as Caleb Wayne, who again comes from that inline hockey background, just picked up the game, but has taken to it quite well. Stauffer gets knocked down on that one by Sanchez. It'll be Panthers ball. I disagree.
That is not the call. The call is going to be Stauffer hitting the ball while supported by something other than his skates. Can't play the ball unless you're only on your skates here in rink hockey. Can't play it from your knee. Anything like that.
I stand corrected. A great redirect shot by Carly Thompson. And the Phoenix are on the board. Said Lucas Thompson and Carly Thompson, given enough opportunities, will connect on these. And I do stand corrected on that other call. I too come from an inline hockey background, and I am still adjusting my eyes to this game. A lot of us learning lots of lessons in this tournament. It's my first Tom Osborne. It's been a great tournament. Learned a lot. Always been fascinated by this game. Tyler Fadee sends that up to Gage Holmes. Happy to have my much more experienced counterpart here with me this morning to keep me honest. Gage Holmes goes for the slap shot, and that nearly trickles in. John Jones able to get enough on it, though. That bounced just to his stick side.
And John Jones coming into this one off of a great quarterfinal performance. Kept the Silver Lightning team, my Silver Lightning team, kept us off the board for a long stretch of the game yesterday. And a lot of opportunities that we thought were real solid, and he turned them all away. As Sanchez chips it up, goes for the baseball shot.
John Jones, a big body in net down there. He's crouched down low, but he is a big guy. And looks like we are going to have a shot clock violation from the Phoenix and not able to make a connection with the goaltender, and that'll be a turnover. So I said I'm happy to have my counterpart with me this morning. Chris, you're actually going to be leaving here in the second half because you've got a game yourself here coming up in our Bronze Championship.
Yeah, our Warriors team from up in Denver making it to the championship. Had a little bit of a rough start to the tournament through round-robin play, but we got our act together and strung a couple wins one after the other, and we're going to see what we can do against the bronze squad from this Panthers club here in game number 3 of our quadruple header.
You certainly faced a lot of adversity at the beginning, be able to battle it out and work your way to the championship. Congrats to you and your squad. Good luck to you in your next game. But then you'll be right back with us here for the championship of the Silver Squad, right?
Yes, sir. Going to race right back up here. Might still have my skates on. Unclear what the controversy is here. Looks like it is a shot clock issue. Making sure that shot clock resets properly. And take this opportunity to remind everyone it is 1-1.
Try and get a message
Scoreboard operator taking his time getting that Phoenix goal posted. But we did see the Thompson to Thompson connection there.
And they do finally put that score up on the board for the Phoenix at long last. Still getting a discussion going. I think they're trying to figure out the shot clock there. Looks like the two referees are trying to fix it. Looks like they got it. Well, it looks like they finally got things figured out. Play will resume here in just a second.
Free timeout for everybody.
And maybe not. Sounds like the horn is still sounding.
Well, it is going to be a change of possession. If there's a violation on the Phoenix, should be a Panthers ball coming out of this, so the clock would need to restart when Tyler Neal Ems puts this one back into play.
Neal Ems coming on for Stauffer.
Neal Ems, another one of those young skaters. Neal Ems, Bonilla, Fiddy. These are some young men who have enjoyed skating for years but have never really participated in hockey of any form. Coming in, being brought into this Panthers program by Gage Holmes and Caleb Wayne. Really the premier program here in Colorado is this Panthers group.
Janae Jones had a good chance there, dishing that out for two. Thompson's out in the box there, but neither one of them able to get a stick on it. Caleb Wayne handling.
And you can tell Wayne took full advantage of that couple minutes of rest there. That foul just outside the box. Otherwise, we're about a foot and a half away from a penalty shot for the Panthers. As Wayne tries to restart it, Sanchez reading that one well. Throws it on, punched away by Salgado.
Tyler sends that up to Ben Bonilla. Coming across pretty slow, across the mid-floor. Over to Fiddy. Fiddy Knocked off by Sanchez. Sanchez, ball between his legs. Sends that back for Thompson.
And a good opportunity here for the Phoenix, the younger, less experienced line running for the Panthers here. Both Holmes and Stauffer on the bench. Still plenty of firepower in Wayne and Bonilla. Just not quite as much knowledge of the game and experience playing.
Sanchez sends that back for Thompson as we get under 5 minutes here to go in the first period. Thompson stops, looks for an opportunity over to Sanchez. Sanchez shot goes off the skate of Neil Eames.
Tyler's one of those guys, he's defensive minded, he'll stand in front.
2-on-1 chance there for Caleb Wayne. That gets kicked out. Wayne had another chance with the rebound. That one also kept out. And Thompson tried to send that up for Jones. And that sails past her. Panthers picked it back up. Neil Eames over to Bonilla. Bonilla moves in. Goes for a low slap shot. Quick slap shot on that one. Wasn't a whole lot of power on it. Bounced right into the legs of John Jones. Now Thompson tries to circle in. Kept out by Wayne. Comes to the back. Pressured then by Bonilla. He tries to pop up and go for an aerial shot. Fans on it though. Maintains possession. He's got Sanchez behind him. He passes back. He's got to hit the brakes to keep it. Over to Thompson now. Comes in. Slap shot. Blocker down. Great save by Salgado on that one. Saw it the whole way in. Might have taken that right on the palm, but Thompson all alone right in the middle and scores. Just chips that over the left leg of Salgado.
And this play really made by Carly Thompson. You see her pass it into the middle for her dad, Lucas Thompson, but it was the play on the wall as Wayne tried to chip it up the wall past her, and she knocked it down, stepped around him, took possession, and got that scoring opportunity underway. Nice play there, strong by Carly Thompson on the wall.
Two Panthers players possibly caught chasing a little bit too much on that one as Lucas Thompson was able to sneak right into the middle, left unguarded, and that is not the smartest play by the Panthers. That's probably the most dangerous guy out on the floor that you absolutely do not want to be leaving open right over the middle like that, because he'll make you pay for it as he just did. It is a 2-1 game.
Nice play there from Sanchez.
Sanchez's shot is kicked out. Jones now, she fans on her opportunity. Carly tries to pick that back up, stays low, kicked out again.
Sanchez played by Holmes. Good stick there from Holmes.
Thompson keeps it, challenged by Bonilla. Makes a great move to keep him off, but he doesn't get it out of his zone in time. And that is blown dead, and it'll be a Panthers ball. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Panthers pick it up. Here's Stauffer. Sends it along the boards, goes past Bonilla, and Caleb Wayne's going to have to chase it down. He's got 3 seconds to get it back. Holmes has got to get it over the middle.
Nice job there. We talked about in that last game how tough that is to do. So nice play by Wayne and Holmes.
Holmes did a good job threading the needle between Jones and Thompson. He takes a backhanded slap shot that bounced off of someone's leg, and Phoenix pick it back up. And Jones dumps that off for Holmes, intercepts it. He tries to send that back to Stauffer, and Stauffer swings around to try to collect it and misses, and that bounces over to Lucas Thompson. Comes in on the perimeter, comes over the middle. Might have been looking for a wraparound or a pass there. Jones was skating backwards. Thompson cut off by 3 Panthers. Sanchez has to pick it up. He tries to go for a wall pass over to Carly Thompson. Goes short on it. Over to Stauffer. Stauffer looking for a shot. That goes off of Sanchez's leg. Sanchez doing a good job helping out his goalie there. Over to Thompson.
Those goalie instincts kicking in for Sanchez there as a defender.
Definitely helps having 2. Holmes tries to go for that pass to Wayne, who fans on it. disrupted a bit by Jones as his shot actually went into her legs. Holmes keeps it though. He's got 20 seconds. He tries to go high with the pass. That misses the stick of Wayne. Wayne over to Holmes. He hits that off of his own player. Now a 2-on-1 rush. Two Thompsons against Bonilla. Thompson beats Bonilla and Salgado right before the
buzzer.
horn. We'll take another look at it.
Just spins Bonilla around, goes top shelf over the blocker's side. And what a way to end the first period for the Lubbock Phoenix.
It is 3-1. We're going to have a word with our scorekeeper here in just a minute. We're going to get the right score up there. And he finally does get accurate. We were missing one score there for much of it. And my wingman, Chris Johnson, is off. So you'll be dealing with just me for this next half. Chris Johnson, again, if you're just joining us, will be making an appearance here in the next game for the Bronze Division Championship. But we've got a whole other half of this Silver Division semifinal to bring you. Take another look at goals from this game. That was the first score of the game. Holmes connecting with Wayne. Thompson's first goal, a little chip over the leg of Salgado, and then there was his second. And it seems we have had another change with the score. It is 3-1. We're going to figure out what technical issues we're dealing with down there. Team switch sides. Seems we've got the shot clock issues solved. We're going to figure out what's going on with the scoreboard here. They haven't made an announcement here, but I'm hearing in my ears they may have taken away one of the Phoenix goals due to a kick. It might have been that last one by Thompson. Gage Holmes goes for the slap shot there, and that goes up over the netting and out of play. So the referees do not have a direct line to me. I'm getting that secondhand, but by all accounts that I can tell from up here, it is a 1-2 game. There are enough officials down there to make the correction if it was needed, so I'm going to trust what we got, and we will continue. 2-1 Phoenix. Fadee sends that over to Holmes. Holmes has to go back and get it and quickly get back going the other way. Holmes with some space here goes for a wrist shot that goes wide. Bonilla tries to dish that back in, possibly going for a rebound shot off the back of Jones, but he fans on it. Panthers keep it though. The shot clock, you may have heard it, sounded, but they are not going to stop play. I think they may not been able to reset it. Should have reset once the ball touched the goalie. Bonilla went down on that one. Panthers will get it in the corner. Jones sends that back to Thompson, communicating with his team, telling him to get down, give him a passing opportunity. That's turned over. Lucas did a great job cutting off that pass from Holmes. He sends that to Jones. Jasmine Jones. Back to Janae. Out of the reach of Janae. Holmes Great patience on that one. A backhanded shot and score. Tie game. The quick pass over to Holmes. Able to outlast John Jones on that one, who was laid out, caught out of his crease. Holmes using that experience, just waiting for this opportunity to pick his shot, and easy pickings with that patience. Ben Bonilla controls along the near boards, tries to make a move, but it goes off a Phoenix skate. Bonilla picks it back up, though. Gets a little shove from Carly Thompson, tries to send it in, and it goes off of Jones. Jones sticks it back into the awaiting stick of Bonilla. Now Fadi back to Holmes. Both Jones ladies close the gap, but then leave Holmes along the outskirts. He takes a slap shot that goes wide, bounces back to Fadi, who gives it back to Holmes. He sends that back for Bonilla. Bonilla has to skate back to get it. He comes across the middle, coming over to Holmes. Panthers doing a somewhat of a decent job making the passes to try to create some opportunities. They need to tighten things up just a little bit. Fadi, shot, saved by Jones, and dug out by Thompson, but is blown dead. We'll get 2 sticks. Little face-off here in the corner of the box, won by the Panthers. Fadi back for Bonilla. Dumps off for Holmes. Again, Panthers using their quick skating and their passing to try to create some lanes for themselves. Bonilla fanned on that shot, though, and then lost it to Thompson. Thompson whacked Bonilla's leg on that one. The ref called it, and now he waits for Bonilla, and now looks like Bonilla and Thompson trying to play some mind games with each other. Thompson not leaving a lot of space there for Bonilla, but he makes a wall pass over Fadi. Fadi goes for a slap shot, cannot get enough on it. He loses his feet on the attempt. Collected by Thompson, who calls out plays for his team. That bounces off of Jones' skate and then picked up by Holmes, who comes across the middle slowly. Tries to make a move around Jones. Good stick by Jones. Phoenix ball. Bonilla falls down as Thompson keeps it, tries to circle in. He's challenged by Holmes. Holmes doing a good job keeping it on the perimeter. Now Thompson able to finally make a move to get around him, sends that over to Jones. Jones tries to take a slap on it. Slowly rolls across the middle and picked up by the Panthers. Tyler Fadi with it now. Over to Bonilla. Bonilla comes across the middle. He takes a slap shot attempt, and that goes up into the netting. High ball goes to the Phoenix. Just over 12 to go here in this second period. Tie game. And they're going to disregard the shot clock here. Apparently we're still having some issues with it, not resetting correctly. Phoenix will keep it. Jones's attempt gets picked up by Bonilla. Pass along the far boards for Holmes. Holmes makes a move, goes for a backhanded shot, kept out by Thompson. Holmes still has it. Now going for the slap shot, and that batted away by Thompson, not intimidated by the powerful shot of Holmes. Of course, this Panthers team's not the only one out there with a little bit of Team USA experience on their squad. Seen Lucas Thompson walking around the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena this tournament with his Team USA gear. Lucas Thompson, the captain and coach of this Lubbock Phoenix squad, has had a couple of youth teams play in the 12U division. Son leading the 12U and the 15U teams. Not successful in the 12U division, but they did win the 15U division. Congrats to the Phoenix squad for that. Dish in by Caleb Wing, kicked out by John Jones. That goes the other way for Lucas Thompson, making a move around Tyler Neal Eames. That shot goes high, though. Thompson picks it back up. No Panthers could skate it down. Thompson's over the middle. He gets his pocket picked by Holmes, who goes the other way with speed. He's got a shot here, makes a move around, and he cannot do it as that is sticked away by John Jones. Holmes still has it, though. He tried to get that over to Caleb Wayne. Slight mishandle. The ball trickles between the legs of John Jones. Big opportunity for Holmes there. And that time, Jones a little bit further into his crease this time. Got a stick on Holmes. Holmes needed to get a little more lift on that ball. Probably he'd had great patience the first time. That time he waited just a hair too long. Stauffer to Holmes. Quick shot in. Loose ball. Covered up by Jones. And we'll get 2 sticks. Far corner of the penalty box. One by Thompson. Thompson up to Jones. It's Janae. Her shot is wide. Panthers pick it up. Caleb Wayne runs into Tyler Eames. And that is blown dead. It'll be Panthers ball. Thompson shoots low. Knocked up, goes behind. Sanchez picks it up, challenged by Wayne. Wayne wins that challenge. He comes the other way with it. Middling speed. Controls over to Holmes. That goes off of Thompson's skate. He cannot get enough on that pass. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity. Thompson tried to make the move to bounce that over the stick of Stauffer. Did not get enough on it. Stauffer able to stick that away, but no Panthers can chase it down in time. Thompson still has it. Thompson's got his daughter Carly out front. Jones over the middle. Sanchez scoots in for him. Creates a screen for Thompson. It's a hard shot, but stays low and bounces wide of the net. Now Caleb Wayne, he's got Holmes on the wing. He shoots up, tries to chip up that wrist shot. Jones knocks it up. Caleb Wayne now, backhand opportunity to Holmes. That's cut off. Janae Jones with a good stick on that one. Thompson makes a move around Tyler Neal Eames. That goes off of Carly Thompson's skate. Thompson doing a really good job recovering after his many shot attempts. It's almost like he seemingly knows where that ball is going to go if it's not going to find its way to the net. Doing a good job chasing down his own rebounds, creating more opportunities for his team. We're going to get a timeout here. Panthers call timeout. Panthers being coached by the new ball hockey director for Skate City, Colorado, Emmanuel Garcia. Garcia, a former professional rink hockey player from Argentina, played professionally in Portugal and Italy. So he coaches up his squad. Lucas Thompson giving his team a pep talk there on their bench. And a close one here. Tie game, just under 8 to go in the second period. Winner of this team will go on to face the Avengers in the finals. That'll be our 4th and final game this morning. Anybody's game at this point. This Panther squad, a lot of them still play on the bronze team, which will be in our next game. Win or lose, we will see several of these players again here in the next game. A little bit of jawing between some players there. Ref giving some calming words to Panthers goalie Juan Pablo Salgado. Thompson elects to send that all the way back to Sanchez. Sanchez sends that to Janae Jones. Janae Jones to Jasmine Jones. And Janae creates a screen for Jasmine. That gets knocked back by Holmes. Holmes with an opportunity here. Makes a good move. And a shot and score by Gage Holmes. The quick move for the go-ahead goal. Knocked that away from Sanchez. John Jones tried to come out of his net to play it. Again, caught too far out of his crease as he's shaking his head in the floor. Now he gets up. Phoenix control ball. What a heads-up play by Gage Holmes. Able to strip that ball from Sanchez, take it the other way. John Jones making a big gamble on that, trying to come out and play the ball and take away the opportunity. Does not beat the speed of Holmes. Here's Thompson, though. Back to Janae Jones. That's over to Sanchez. Didac Sanchez tries to move it in. That is knocked out by Stauffer and picked up by Vania, who sends it back to Stauffer. And now he turns that over in front of his own net. That one nearly a big mistake. Didac Jones, or Sanchez rather, could not get a shot off though, but he was all alone in front of Juan Pablo Sanchez and had a pretty good opportunity there. Stauffer holding his hand after having that one knocked away by Janae Jones. She was skating that in and then lost it. Now a couple of skaters colliding. Caleb Wayne, his shot goes off the leg of Lucas Thompson. Has a good opportunity here. He shoots that in to Juan Pablo's Salgado. But again, Thompson doing a good job picking up his own rebounds. He throws a hip into Wayne, but it's going to be Wayne who's going to be called for the contact as Thompson rather, maintains possession. It'll be Phoenix ball. These teams turning up the intensity as time continues to tick down. 5:30 to go here in the second period. Thompson passes back to Jones. Janae Jones back over to Thompson over in the far corner. He's got Sanchez out front if he can get the chip in, and he goes for it. Salgado knocks it down with the blocker, though. Jasmine Jones over to Sanchez. Sanchez back to Janae Jones. Janae, slap shot, bouncing. Caleb sends it over to Holmes. Holmes all alone out in front. Takes a shot, up and in. Gage Holmes again, beating John Jones for the shot and score. Finding himself all alone. What a pass from Caleb Wayne to create that opportunity. Fist in the air from Gage Holmes. Frustration slap shot from Lucas Thompson. Great shot save by Salgado on that one. That was looking for the top corner. Thompson trying to chase down Caleb Wayne. A very strong skater is Caleb Wayne. He does lose that to Thompson. Goes for another shot. Blocker down again by Salgado. Wayne chopping at the legs of Thompson on that one. No call though. Thompson puts his hands on his knees, whether out of frustration or exhaustion. Thompson trying to will his team back into this one. 4 minutes to go. That was pass in by Jasmine Jones. Goes off the stick of Carly Thompson up and out of play. Phoenix down by 2 with 4 to go. And there's Holmes. Up to Wayne. Wayne loses that to Jasmine Jones, but Holmes is able to pick it back up. Holmes takes a little push from Carly Thompson on that. Keeps it, though. Comes over the middle. Makes a great move between the legs to get over. Loses it at the last second, though. Picks it right back up off the wall. And that ball might have caught the shoe of the referee there. Carly Thompson makes a move to get around Stauffer. She tries to chip that. Goes for a high backhanded shot. Goes wide. Stauffer picks it up up to Wayne. Wayne's got Sanchez and Thompson in front of him. Moving out. Backhanded pass right into the legs of Thompson. Chases it down. Makes a backhanded move to keep it away from Holmes. And needs Jones to come up and create a screen for him, or he'll just keep trying those great moves to get around Holmes, and he does. He feeds that into Carly Thompson, who can't quite get enough on it for the shot. Caleb Wayne chips that up into the abdomen of John Jones. That is knocked back the other way. Stauffer's got to chase it down. He's going to wait just a second, play this patiently, try to get some more time off that clock. Pass to Wayne, couldn't handle. Sanchez tries to dish that up. That goes off the side of the net. Panthers pick it back up. Caleb Wayne sends it up to Holmes, who was calling for it. He got to get past Thompson, and he can't. Thompson got a great stick on it. That ball out of play, and we will get, I believe, a Panthers ball here on the corner. Yes, it will be Panthers ball. And Holmes sends that back for Tyler Neal-Eames. Waiting to see what the referees are calling here. Resetting, it'll still be Panthers ball. Holmes sends that back for Wayne. Wayne's going to send that all the way back for Tyler Neal-Eames. This pass bounces off the leg of Holmes, who moves in now, nearly knocked out by Carly Thompson. Gage Holmes handles in the near corner, has to bounce it off the wall, send it back for Stauffer. They got just a few seconds left on the clock. They got to get a shot off here, and they can't. And it'll be Phoenix ball. Sends that over to Jasmine Jones. Jasmine spins, get around Wayne. Wayne keeping the pressure on, spins again. Good moves by Jones, now over the middle with a shot opportunity here. She shoots, that goes off of Stauffer, using his goalie skills. Now Sanchez, an incredible save by Juan Pablo Salgado as Didac Sanchez popped up the ball to go for the aerial shot. Now Gage Holmes again, backhanded shot and score! Gage Holmes with less than a minute to go in the second period. Huge back and forth. Holmes able to take it the other way very quickly. The clock continues to tick as Phoenix rushes to get reset. And just an incredible save followed by another goal by Holmes. Sanchez, that time, he finds his way home, pops the ball up from behind the net, goes for the aerial shot. 20 seconds to go, 5-3 ball game. And that's what Sanchez wanted to do just moments before Holmes' last score. Stauffer electing to just send that down. Time will tick down. This game will end with the Panthers advancing to the finals. A hard-fought battle between these two teams. Again, as we said at the beginning of this game, these two teams tied in round-robin play, meeting again here in the semifinals, and it is the Colorado Panthers who come away with it, led by number 11, Gage Holmes, with a number of breakaway shots here at the end, able to put his team ahead. Let's take a look at some of those. Here was Holmes over to Caleb Wayne to get things going this morning. Thompson fed up to Carly Thompson for their first score. And this one counted from Lucas Thompson. These long passes out to Holmes are those are the difference makers. Holmes making his own move there, creating his opportunity to get past John Jones. And then again, that slow roller, using that patience to get along the edges. Holmes again, the difference maker for this Panthers team. Sanchez with the late game heroics there towards the end. That was the final goal of the game, but not quite enough for this Lubbock Phoenix team. Game 3 coming at you here in just a few minutes. It will be our Bronze Division Championship. It will be between the Westminster Warriors and the Colorado Panthers Bronze Squad. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Roller Planet. Thanks for joining us this morning. If you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back. And welcome back to Roller Planet, our live stream coverage of the 2024 Tom Osborne Invitational. Actually, we're going to be pause away in we're going to take another second to pause. They're going to do the national anthem here for the bronze division, and we'll be back with you in just a second. Well, welcome back quickly here. Game 3 now underway, our Bronze Division Championship between the Westminster Warriors and the Colorado Panthers. Our Roller Planet coverage of the 2024 Tom Osborne Invitational continues. Chase Troutwine handling for the Westminster Warriors. Troutwine leading this squad. Play is blown dead. I think we're having a technical issue with the clock, trying to get things figured out over in the score box so play can resume. They may restart things entirely here. Nope, the clock continues, or finally gets going, and it will be 2 sticks down in the Panthers' end. We'll take a look at rosters here in just a little bit. Real quick, appreciate everybody joining us this morning. I'm Logan McCrary, calling your games for you. And my co-host is actually out there right now on the floor for this Westminster team, number 30, Chris Johnson, who you heard in our first 2 games. Ben Bonilla controlling for the Panthers, looking for some opportunities there. He sends that along the back wall to Gavin Carter, picks that one up. And Panthers playing 2-man defense right now. A lot of these players from this Panther squad were just playing in our last game for the Silver squad. Gage Holmes not part of this bronze team, who scored 4 goals for this Panthers team in the last one. Ben Bonilla challenged by the Warriors, who win that one. That fed up to Troutwine. Troutwine's got 1 to beat, going for a backhand shot, blocker down by Ethan Bonilla. Battle from Carter and Troutwine, won by Troutwine. That ball knocked up out of the play, off the glass, play blown dead. Real quick, we'll take a look at this Panthers roster. Number 5 is Ben Bonilla. Number 13, Tyler Neal Eames. Number 10, Caleb Wayne. 18, Clay Gifford. Number 14, John Walford. And number 19, Gavin Carter. In net, number 0, Ethan Bonilla. Chris Johnson with the defense there. Over on the Warriors side, Juan Pablo Salgado, who was playing goalie for the Silver Panthers. He's still wearing his Panthers jersey, just to clear up any confusion out there. Bonilla handles across the middle, challenged by Troutwine. Bonilla trying to put the moves on him. To get past him, he has to Sent a wide pass that was picked up by Wayne. Wayne loses his footing, and that goes the other way. Trotwine with some space here. He goes between the legs of Ethan Bonilla for the first goal of the game. Chase Trotwine on the board for the Warriors. Another look at that one. Carter just a step behind him, trying to put the pressure on. He's got to be quicker than that to catch Chase Trotwine. That's going to be a handball. It'll be a Panthers ball. Look at the Warriors roster. That first goal, number 10 by Chase Trotwine. Number 69 is Jackson Reed. Number 88, Hayden Egan. 72, Bauer Magyar, who just had that handball call. Number 30, Chris Johnson. Dylan Erlin, Andrew Carlson, Leia Eccles also on this Warrior squad. I don't see Leia out there. Juan Pablo Salgado, of course, as I said, in net for this Warriors team. Salgado has kept this team in. If you were with us in our last game, Chris Johnson mentioning how they had a tough road or tough start to this tournament in this bronze division. Salgado has definitely kept this team in, bailed them out several times as Chase Trotwine has done most of the scoring for this green squad. Shot clock violation ends in Warriors ball. Magyar handling. It was knocked away by Wayne, but Wayne lost his stick, and so he had to go back and get it. That was picked up by Trotwine. Trotwine disrupted by Tyler Neal Ames. Send that back for Magyar. Magyar's got to send it back into the zone. It goes off the stick of Trotwine, off the body of Tyler Ames. Now Wayne. That goes off of Johnson's skate. Johnson, the big body out there. He will play a lot of defense for this squad. We'll see him camping out in front of his goalie most of the game. Picked up by the Panthers, Tyler Neal Ames off the wall. Not quite enough on it, fed up to Bonilla. Bonilla's backhanded shot goes off the leg of Johnson. Magyar goes to skate it down. He puts a stick on it as Carter tried to clear it back the other way, but it's Wayne who picks it up. He's got 3 green shirts in front of him, makes a move around 2 of them. Shot opportunity here blocked by Salgado. Good moves by Wayne. Back to Magyar. Loses that to Bonilla. Bonilla gets around him, making a lateral move. Spins back over the middle. That one's cut off by Magyar. Able to keep that out of the reach of Bonilla. Magyar's got Carter and Tyler Neal Ames in front of him. That goes off of Carter's skate. He'll try to chip that out on the wall. Disrupted by Chase Trotwine. He tries to go to the opposite wall, and it's been Bonilla who picks that up. Fed up to Caleb Wayne. He's got to beat Johnson. Backhanded shot goes wide. He did beat Johnson on that one. Johnson's biggest asset is his size, not his speed. Wayne able to use his speed to get the shot off. Backhand too much on it though as that goes wide. Panthers take it the other way. That gets broken up by the Panthers. Warriors took it the other way rather. Magyar over to Trotwine, skates back over the middle. Got Wayne in front of him, backhanded shot, goes off the body of Tyler Neal Ames. Goes the other way with Ben Bonilla. He's got Caleb Wayne. Good move here over to Bonilla. Great pass, Bonilla fanned on the shot. He had a big space to shoot at too. Magyar now broken up by Gavin Carter. Carter, good defensive player as well. Been hanging around his goal a lot. Panthers electing to go with a 2-man defense. They're relying on those rushes and their speed to get around the green wall, if you will. Warriors doing a pretty good job keeping 3 men in the box, helping out their goalie, playing some good defense, and waiting for this right here. Chase Trotwine to get a rush, and he nearly scoots that in. Ethan Bonilla for the Panthers able to put his blocker on it just at the last second, keep that going into past the post. But we may get
Nope, no penalty shot. It will be Warriors ball. Chase tries to pass that over to Magyar. That is cut off by the stick of Wayne. Trotwine able to get that away from Wayne. Now he skates the other way, going backwards. Magyar creating the screen for him. Backhanded shot, blocked out by Ethan Bonilla. Really good moves by Chase Trotwine on that one. Frustrated Ben Bonilla. Tried to break it up. Trotwine a little too fancy for him. Tyler Eames knocks that out of the way from Trotwine, goes for the wall pass over to Carter. Carter to Bonilla. Bonilla's shot is wide, picked up by Magyar, and Bonilla's right there with him though. Good pressure by Bonilla. Erland trying to skate that down, picked up by Tyler Eames. Beats him, comes back the other way slowly across the middle. Trickles over the front, and now Caleb Wayne mishandles the pass just a tad, but Carter picks it back up, takes a shot. That is blocked by Salgado. Panthers, great goaltending by Salgado as Wayne had a great opportunity there, had some space right in the middle, goes for a high backhanded shot. Salgado able to put a blocker on it. Chase Trotwine. Over to Magyar. Two leading scorers on this Warrior squad is Trotwine and Magyar, and they'll look to try to connect on a couple more in this one. Bonilla's pass into the skates of Trotwine ends up trickling into the hands of Caleb Wayne, who still has it. Keeps it along the outside, away from Trotwine, over to Carter. Carter to Bonilla. Bonilla looking for a shot here. He takes it. It goes low and wide. Fans on that slap shot, not able to get as much on it as he was like. Carter goes for the saucer pass. Not really a saucer because they're playing with a ball, but not a puck. And I think that was Jackson Reed who got tripped. Negative. That was Dylan Erland. Goes to handle it, and Gavin Carter comes up. Stick, I think, hit the knee of Erland, who went down. And he was just outside of the penalty box when that happened, so this will simply be a Warriors ball, not a penalty shot. Chase Trotwine's backhanded shot goes into the legs of Bonilla. Trotwine making a move to get around Caleb Wayne. Trotwine, backhanded shot that goes off the legs of Gavin Carter. Carter doing a good job keeping himself between Trotwine and the net. Now Trotwine trying to get around Bonilla, and he does not. Bonilla keeps him pushed out.
That's what you got, right? Yeah, okay.
Trotwine picks it up in the far corner, has to send that back, and Erland just out of his reach. Chris Johnson got to dig it out. He's got to get it out of there. They're going to blow it dead, and they do. Johnson had a little trouble getting that ball out of his skates. It's right back in for the Panthers. The referee sent that over to Gavin Carter, who a little too impatient. He's got to wait for the whistle to start play again. Bonilla now has it in the corner. He sends that back for Gavin Carter. Gavin Carter over to Wayne with some space. Tries to chip that up, knocked out by Chris Johnson. Ben Bonilla keeps it in for the Panthers. And Magyar able to knock it out of Ben Bonilla's reach. Magyar tries to make a move around Bonilla, who knocks it out with his knees and then picks it right back up. He's got Wayne over the middle, and it is too far ahead of Wayne. Bonilla needs to calm down just a little bit, try to have a little bit more control on his passes and his shots. He plays with a lot of intensity. It really is his strength, but just not enough control yet. Great pass by Reed over to Erland. Erland's got Magyar out front. He feeds it out front, and that's cut off by Wayne. Wayne nearly broken up by Reed, and that goes onto the stick of Johnson. Kept out by Juan Pablo Salgado, and who kind of bails out Chris Johnson on that one. Johnson put the stick on the shot, just the ricochet went up and into the chest, I think, of Salgado. Crisis averted, though. Carter tries to pass over the middle. He and Magyar fight for it. Looks like Carter might have gotten a little shove on Magyar, and that's going to be his ball. Magyar's going to come off. Hayden Egan comes on for the Warriors, as does Troutwine. Troutwine not off the floor for very long. Erland attempted to bring it in for a shot, and that was cut off by Bonilla. Bonilla turns on the Jets coming over the middle. His, again, shot just a little out of control. Carter has to go wrangle it. Carter controls slowly, back over to Bonilla. He tries to pass that in. Johnson gets a stick on it, and play is blown dead. It's going to be into the skate of Salgado. 2 sticks to the left of Salgado. Egan trying to dig it out. Can't quite do it. Johnson on Wayne. Wayne spins around. Johnson nearly screens his goalie there as he tries to get back over the middle and create that perimeter. Wayne tried to make the most of the opportunity. Salgado up to the challenge, though. Johnson skates that one down off the wall. Tries to feed it around, not enough on it. Picked up by Gavin Carter. Sends that over the middle. That goes off the post. The Warriors will take over. Chase Troutwine. A lot of space, a lot of time. He's got Egan and Erland up front. He likes to bring it in himself. Shoots that in. That bounces up. And Erland tried to bounce it down into the net, and he ended up bouncing it straight up. Huge opportunity. Erland now trying to go for the wrist shot in. Missed on the first attempt. Great job by Bonilla in net for the Panthers, keeping that out. Chase Troutwine disrupted by Caleb Wayne, who comes the other way. He's got 3 green shirts in front of him. Now Gallegos out front. He misses the shot. Great pass by Wayne. Troutwine takes it the other way. He's got Erland. Troutwine loses the ball, and it is picked up by Gavin Carter, who's going to feed it up to Bonilla. Bonilla skating backwards, coming into the zone, gets past Chris Johnson, feeding out over the middle. Gallegos fans on the shot once again. 2 good passes, one by Caleb Wayne, one by Ben Bonilla. Gallegos just a step behind. He's in the right position. He's doing a good job positioning himself right in front of the net. Just can't quite get a stick on the pass. 2 sticks. Face off one by Carter. Back to Bonilla. Bonilla moves in. Tries to send that up. And it is up off the stick of Chris Johnson. Ball is high. Gallegos tries to get a stick on it, and that's blown dead for a high stick. Panthers ball. Wayne makes a move to get around the pressure of Troutwine. Magyar putting pressure on Wayne. Wayne goes for the quick backhanded shot. Again, that wall created by Chris Johnson and Reed. Now, Ben Bonilla made a great move to create some space over the middle. Salgado able to knock it down, though. Reed sending that up for Troutwine. Troutwine has Magyar with him. He's got to beat Bonilla and Tyler Eames. Bouncing ball just out of his reach. Ethan Bonilla might have got a stick on him. Ben Bonilla now. And his shot is off the post. Getting past Chris Johnson, who does skate it down and knock it out over for Chase Troutwine. Just 2 more inches to the right, and we'd have a score for the Panthers. But still a 1-0 game with nearly a minute to go here in the first period. Good chance by Troutwine created for Magyar. Magyar fans on the shot. Now Caleb Wayne knocked down, a good stick by Johnson, kept out by Salgado. And Chris Johnson letting Caleb Wayne know. He's like, I got you.
1 minute remaining, first period.
Caleb Wayne, of course, did just play in that last game, a hard-fought battle by the Panthers Silver Squad against the Lubbock Phoenix. Here's Ben Bonilla, also played in that game. Again, Bonilla skating and handling with intensity. His shot just not having a chance. He's got to dial that in just a hair. Doesn't really need to take anything off of it. Just needs to focus a little bit more on the accuracy in both his passes and his shots. Pass between the legs of Caleb Wayne over to Reed, now over to Magyar. Magyar looking for go back for Troutwine, who's got to change directions to pick it up. Having trouble moving it in. Warriors kind of, I think, electing to just let the clock run out here in this first half. Tyler Neal Ims did come away with it, but not enough time for the Panthers to do anything. And we will head to halftime with a 1-0 game in favor of the Warriors. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from this one. Going to be a lot of saves in this highlight reel. This Trotwine, his first goal, that was going through the legs of Ethan Bonilla, 5-hole. Trotwine nearly getting past the post there. Ethan Bonilla able to lay out and stop that one. Caleb Wayne with lots of good opportunities, and there was that bouncing attempt by Erland. If he could have just gone a little bit more forward with that, might be a 2-0 game. He bounced it straight up. He just dribbled the ball behind Ethan Bonilla. And Juan Pablo Salgado now making that jersey change. Able to get his Warriors sweater on. He did play in that last game for the Silver Panthers. Didn't have time to run to the locker room between games to get the right shirt on. But now he's got it. We seem to have overcome our technical difficulties with the shot clock as well. Panthers are reset, ready to go. Juan Pablo Salgado still putting his pads back on after having to make that sweater change. Still waiting on Salgado. For the Warriors in the second half, it'll be Jackson Reed out there with Chase Trotwine, Chris Johnson, and Hayden Egan. Hayden Egan rocking the locks, the lettuce, and hockey lingo. And just like a lot of these other players we've seen this morning, especially with the Arvada squad, a lot of these guys come with an inline hockey background. Many of them having their first season with rink hockey. Caleb Wayne keeps control across the middle, moves back out, does a leg between the move between the legs rather. Beats Trotwine, gets a shot off that bounces off of Juan Pablo Salgado. Wayne still has it, has to beat the ref on that one. He keeps it, keeps circling, looking for an opportunity. Trotwine getting the stick on there at the right time. Wayne getting past the outreach stick of Hayden Egan. Trotwine got it. Good save by Bonilla. Trotwine trying to make use of that space using his speed. Couldn't make it count though. Ben Bonilla controlling, gets past Johnson. Loses it at the last second, picked up by Trotwine. Trotwine trying to feed up the wall to Reed. Reed didn't know it was coming until the last second. Now Tyler Neal Ims has it off the skate. Caleb Wayne loses that to Trotwine. Gavin Carter going the wrong direction. Trying to skate with Trotwine. Was able to break it up. Shouldn't criticize too much. Good defensive play by Carter. He now gets that from Bonilla. Back to Bonilla. That is too far ahead. That's going to be a turnover. Johnson sends it along the boards. Hayden Egan out of his reach, picked up by Caleb Wayne, makes a move to get around Trotwine. He's got to beat another one. He's got some space here. Good shot opportunity. Stays too low with it, though. Salgado and Hayden Egan knocked that out. Panthers still with it. Left back for Caleb Wayne. Wayne over the middle. Opportunity here. Backhanded shot. Bonilla. Big opportunity with the rebound. Fans on it. Goes wide. Back. Ball bounces over to Chase Trotwine. Now he picks it up from Bonilla, who can't hang on to it. Makes a move around Tyler Neal Ims. Goes for the backhand opportunity. Kicked out by Ethan Bonilla. Panthers got to chase it down in their defensive zone. Then Bonilla takes it away from Tyler Neal Eames, who then picks it back up and over to Caleb Wayne. Out of his reach, Gavin Carter. Over to Bonilla. Disrupted by Chris Johnson, has to pick it back up in the far corner. Skating away from Erlin, that goes off the stick of Trotwine. Erlin trying to find the ball between his skates. Bonilla's pass over to Wayne. Wayne tries to feed it right back as Bonilla's coming in with momentum over the middle, disrupted by Trotwine. Wayne trying to get around Johnson, goes possibly for a wraparound opportunity. The ball just rolls off his stick with no real chance on it. Trotwine tries to feed that up for Erlin. Erlin, don't know if he knew it was coming. Tyler Neal Eames skates it down, sends it over to Caleb Wayne. Wayne makes a good move to get around Hayden. Another one to get around Johnson. Johnson's got to dig that out. Johnson trying to reset in front of his net. Caleb Wayne, his shot off of Salgado. Salgado letting his team know, got to get some help. Again, Salgado has kept his team in it this whole tournament. Now Bonilla. Shot is wide. Salgado trying to give his team some direction out there to his more inexperienced teammates. Last couple minutes has been all Panthers with pressure. Bonilla, his shot again going wide. Bonilla might benefit from taking just another second. Here's Caleb Wayne. Good pass from Tyler Neal Ames, and Salgado frustrated with his team. Caleb Wayne makes a good move to get around Johnson. First save made by Salgado. Wayne able to chip that rebound over Salgado, and we got a tie game, 1-1. Panthers nearly had it. Here's Gavin Carter. Shot, score! I'm not sure if Tyler Neal Ames got a tip on that. Magyar losing that to Carter. And I think it's going to be Carter with that one, and Warriors going to take a timeout. Maybe not. I think Salgado is just trying to give some advice to some of his less experienced teammates. Chase Trotwine disrupted by Tyler Neal Eames. Comes the other way. He's got Johnson to beat, but Chase Trotwine got on his horse to chase Tyler Neal Eames back down. A lot of audible frustration by this green team right now, trying to communicate with some intensity. Another turnover, 2-on-1. Tyler Neal Eames gets behind Johnson, who was skating towards Bonilla, trying to cut off the pass. Tyler Neal Eames electing to shoot it, saved by Salgado, goes the other way. And Carter cannot clear. Chase Trotwine goes for the wraparound opportunity, saved by Bonilla. Warriors looking for more opportunities for that guy, number 10, Chase Trotwine. It's going to be two sticks, Neal Eames and Magyar, won by the Panthers, Bonilla and Wayne. Bonilla trying to make a move. Trotwine doing a good job keeping himself between Bonilla and the net. Not giving him any room. Reed trying to chip that up. Defended by Bonilla, who keeps it in the offensive zone. Again, Bonilla's pass just slightly out of the reach of his teammate. Him and Carter have had a really hard time this game connecting on their passes. That's a turnover in favor of the Warriors. They'll get it at the corner just to the right of Ethan Bonilla. Fed over to Magyar. Bounces off the stick. really able to get any type of real shot off, and Bimbania picks it right back up. So after being down 1-0 most of the game, the Panthers get 2 quick ones. Now find themselves up by 1. Magyar strips Caleb Wayne. Wayne returns the favor. Jackson Reed is trying to send that up. Chase Troutwine. That pass disrupted by Ben Benia, but Troutwine able to get it back anyway. Troutwine has been skating hard this whole tournament. Maybe showing some signs of fatigue. That one's saved by Salgado, dug out by Magyar. Troutwine is a very, very good hockey player. Coach, he's the leader of the both inline and rink hockey program at the Westminster rink. Trying to make a move to get around Carter, loses it at the last second though. Both a leader and a player, gets his leg kicked out by Carter. No call by the referees. Carter goes down, and it'll be Panthers ball. Pass over to Wayne. He's got Magyar in front, Bimbania. Benia finally able to get a shot that doesn't go wide, that goes off the legs of Salgado. Gallegos gets past Reed, looking for a pass to Wayne. Wayne not quite there. Salgado trying to get his stick back now in front of the crease. Bimbania ends up skating back out. He does get past Troutwine, but loses it to Magyar. Magyar tries to throw on the brakes, ends up falling, losing the ball, and Bimbania's got it. Challenged again by Troutwine. Making some spin moves to get past Troutwine and Reed. It goes through the legs of Reed. Warriors have got to be more disciplined there. When the Panthers are letting go of the ball there, they've got to get it over to Troutwine, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Shouldn't have been a horn, though. As soon as the Warriors picked it back up, that's really unfortunate for this Westminster team. Troutwine had some space there. I believe he only had one person in front of him and just lost all of his momentum after making a good turnover. Creating a good turnover, I should say.
Warriors, timeout.
And line judge not quick enough on the trigger. Things got blown dead inadvertently. Warriors take their timeout. Troutwine will pick it back up. Sends that up to Magyar. Magyar mishandles though, loses it to the Panthers. Bimbania makes a good move. Creates some space between him and Magyar. That ball actually almost bounced right into the crease of Ethan Benia. They did keep it out, but near disaster for this Panthers team. That would have been a rough way to lose their lead. Benia sends that out for Wayne. Wayne trying to hit Gallegos again. Gallegos doing a great job getting himself into position. He just can't keep his stick right where it needs to be to get that shot in. Chase Troutwine creating an opportunity of his own to Magyar, same thing. They've got guys in position. It's just trying to handle that ball right at the last second. Mishandled by Magyar. Almost identical to what Gallegos did down on the other end just seconds ago. 7:30 here to go in this second period. And I think Caleb Wayne did not wait on the whistle from the referee. Cooler heads prevailing from Benia. Caleb Wayne was expressing his frustration with the slow whistle from the referee. Chase Troutwine tries to send that over to Magyar, and he does. Magyar's shot saved by Benia. Gallegos able to get the shot off that time. Exceptionally wide, though. Here goes Troutwine. He's got 3 green in front of him. He's only got to beat Carter. Carter able to keep himself in front, and that ball nearly rolls into the net. Magyar just did not see it in time. He could have had the easy tap in. Bonilla had no idea where that ball was. Comes out clean on the other side, though. Wayne sends that up for Bonilla. That ball bounces off of Johnson. Wayne still trying to feed it in. Johnson trying to get around Bonilla. Bonilla picks it up out of his reach. Bonilla over to Wayne. Wayne shot, saved by Salgado. Trotwine feeds that up the other way. Magyar, he had Hayden Egan with him, mishandled the pass attempt. Caleb Wayne making some moves to get around Trotwine. A diving save by Salgado to keep it out. Look at that. Wayne made a good move to get around both Trotwine and Johnson, and what Wayne did there, get past the wall, able to make Trotwine and Johnson go vertical instead of a horizontal barrier. Thankfully, the final defense of Salgado was enough to keep it out. Keep this a one-score game, but time is ticking away. 5:20 to go here in the second half. Panthers ball. Gavin Carter with it now, going for a shot. Too low. Blocked by Salgado. Ben Bonilla can't get enough on it. Knocked out by Salgado, going the other way. Panthers pick it right back up. Here's Ben Bonilla with Trotwine in front of him. Tyler Neal skates in front to the net. Ben Bonilla directing his team. Tyler's got to go pick that up. Sends it over to Bonilla. Bonilla bobbles it slightly. He's got two Warriors in front of him. That goes off the skate of Trotwine. Carter challenges Trotwine, gets a stick on it, and the ball bounces up and is picked up by Tyler. Tyler tries to send that over to Bonilla. Bonilla's got to go chase it down. Both these teams having a lot of trouble connecting on their passes. A lot of strong defensive play. Trotwine, backhanded attempt, knocked out by Bonilla. Johnson's got to go pick it up. Johnson over to Trotwine. Johnson will stay in his defensive zone. Trotwine. Hayden Egan had a shot on it. Couldn't quite get the stick on it. He had a lot of space between him and Ethan Bonilla in net. Both teams having trouble controlling now. Panthers beat Trotwine on that one. Panthers backhanded opportunity, not enough on it. That was John Walford. Trotwine makes a move to get around Bonilla, tries to feed it in with the backhand. Goes off a Panther's leg. Gavin Carter's going to pick that up, come along the wall. Got to get past Trotwine, but he can't. Trotwine keeping his team in this, breaking up those plays. Back to Gavin Carter. Carter this time gets past Johnson. Salgado picks it up. They must not have taken their timeout earlier, because they just had one called now. You only get one a game. The clock stops, 3:22 to go here in the second half. The second half has been all Panthers. Seemingly most of this game, the second half of this game, played down in their offensive zone. And it's Salgado, Trotwine mostly deserve the credit keeping their team in this one. Salgado having to make save after save, and it's Salgado now trying to coach up his team out there in order to create some opportunities. Salgado telling Erlin to come out. Hayden Egan goes in. Erlin comes in, Egan goes out. Warriors are going to send two skaters down to their offensive zone and leave Trotwine and Johnson all alone in front of their net. Waiting for a long pass opportunity, I would guess. Caleb Wayne tries to send that over to Bonilla. Magyar knocks that away from Carter. He's got Erlin sitting out front. Tries to get the pass, but it goes off the net. Carter controls over to Wayne. Wayne with momentum over the middle. Makes a move around Johnson. shouldered down. Johnson turned the wrong way. Caleb Wayne beating him with that move all game. Benbania and Wayne again. All they got is Johnson and Salgado. There it is. Can't connect on the pass again. Johnson might have got a piece of it. Trotwine able to disrupt Wayne. Now Erland, he gets knocked down by Bonilla hard. Wayne, shot is too high. Warriors ball, here they go. Here's Trotwine, got a man out front, it's Magyar. Backhanded shot goes off the skate of Bonilla. It's Wayne and Bonilla, over to Bonilla. Shot off Salgado. Bonilla struggling with control most of this game. Good rebound opportunity for Erland there. Erland does not have the longest reach. It was just out of reach for him. Bonilla hanging on to it, waiting for some pressure. We are now under 2 minutes to go. Ball at mid-rink. Erland trying to get around Tyler. Neil Eames moves up for Magyar. Magyar cannot get a shot on the bouncing ball. Gavin Carter comes the other way. Coach Emmanuel Garcia trying to call a timeout. Benbania spins down to the ground trying to go for the slap shot attempt. Timeout, Panthers. 1:22 on the clock.
Panthers, timeout.
Warriors just need one of those rebounds to find a friendly stick to try to even this one back up. Playing some end-to-end hockey here, keeping two guys down in their defensive zone in front of their net, keeping two others in front of the other net, trying to rely on either a long pass or for number 10, Chase Trotwine. Looks like a little change in strategy here for the Warriors, as they are now going to send defenseman Chris Johnson to go stand in front of Ethan Bonilla, the Panthers goalie. There he is, the big man. Gavin Carter tries with no avail to move the big man. It's not going to happen. Trotwine comes the other way. Johnson nearly has the opportunity. It almost paid off. He had the bouncing ball in front of him. The pass going off of Bonilla. And they're signaling a goal on the scoreboard. There is no goal, and that's not even a team that's playing in this one. The Thunderbirds. And Bonilla hanging on to it. Just chewing clock. Wayne and Bonilla. Johnson still out in front of the net. Trotwine finally able to get it away. He's got to come the other way real quick. Johnson knocked down in front of the net. You get two sticks to the right of Ethan Bonilla. Magyar trying to find the bouncing ball, loose ball. Panthers looking for a clear. If they can clear it, it could be the game. Johnson runs into Bonilla. There's Juan Pablo Salgado. Pulls himself from the net, trying to handle and help his team. 5 seconds, he's got to get the dish out front. He tries, just bounces away. Time ticks down, and that's the game. Colorado Panthers are your Bronze Division champions.
At the end of the game, Panthers 2, Warriors 1.
Celebrations in white shirts, some grimacing in green. Teams will shake hands. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from this one. It's Chase Trotwine that got things going early, going 5-hole on Ethan Bonilla in the first period. Big save by Salgado, who again was wearing that white jersey at the beginning of the game, who's now got to put it back on for the next one. Caleb Wayne able to get that rebound shot for their first score. And then again, Gavin Carter, and I think he knocked that off the post. I wasn't sure earlier if he had gotten the stick of Tyler Neal Eames. The Panthers are going to go take a quick break in the locker room. It's going to be a absolutely tough challenge for them, as many of those bronze skaters will be playing in our next game, which will be the final for the silver division. We will step away for just a few minutes. Both teams will come back out. We'll do the national anthem, and then we will be back with you. You are watching Roller Planet. We're glad to have you with us this morning, and if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Roller Planet's live stream coverage of the 2024 Tom Osborne Invitational. We are now on the verge of our fourth and final game of the morning. It will be the Silver Division final between the Avengers and the Panthers.
Should be a good one, Logan.
I'm rejoined once again here by my co-host Chris Johnson, who was just out there playing for the Westminster Warriors. Unfortunately, did not result in a victory for you.
It did not. It was a good game, though. Fun game, tough battle. Both teams playing hard. And, yeah, sometimes you come up just short. We had a lot of chances. I couldn't get any to go there late.
Saw the change in strategy there at the end of the last game where we sent you from one end to the other. You nearly had one. It bounced out right
Yeah,
there
someone
in front of the net.
One of the Panthers defenders was planted in the middle of the box, got just enough of that ball. It bounced up, hit me in the face, and then as it came back down, I couldn't get my stick on it to poke it in. We might still be playing if I had.
Well, we press on here with the fourth and final game. The Panthers Silver Squad into this one, and it started off early with action from the Avengers. Andrew Woolfolk, captain of the Arvada Avengers, taking the first quick opportunity shot on Panthers goaltender Juan Pablo Salgado, and that ended in a save, went back the other way. Gage Holmes took his own slap shot. That bounced off a player and up off the glass. Play blown dead. Now Caleb Wayne over to Holmes, back to Bonilla. A lot of tired Panthers out there, including Wayne and Bonilla, who were just part of that championship-winning team for the Bronze Squad.
Yeah, Wayne and Bonilla definitely, we made them work hard in that previous matchup, so they're going to have some tired legs. Wolfpack should be able to take advantage of that.
Gavin Carter also, he played for the Panthers in that last one. He now changing his white shirt for blue. Woolfolk controlling over the middle, waiting for an opportunity, making some stick work to get around Gage Holmes. He has to go past three Panthers and is finally knocked out by Ben Bonilla.
Holmes probably, sorry.
Stauffer got knocked up into the wall by Robinson. Robinson feeling that one. He was showing a lot of aggressive play in our first game, and looks like he got the worst part of that one as Trinity Weiss has to come on for him. And he tried to put a body on Stauffer, and I think Stauffer might have caught the inside part of Robinson's knee. Knee is definitely feeling it down there on the bench. Woolfolk fakes the shot, goes up into the shoulder of Juan Pablo Salgado, dislodged his net a bit, but he resets. Caleb Wayne making a great attempt to get around Gavin Carter on that play, blown dead. Houston Cox was ready for it, though.
Looked like a high stick called back from Dwayne McMinn. But as I was going to say real quick there, Holmes probably the next best individual skater who can try to keep himself in front of Wolfpack anywhere around the tournament here.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a great battle between these two teams and between those two guys. Woolfolk making a good move there, bounced the ball up, lost it at the last second as Wayne and Bonilla were able to converge on him. Stauffer trying to get another attempt on that bouncing ball. Carter and Woolfolk able to break it up. Crosby now challenging Bonilla. Crosby winning that challenge. He's got an opportunity here. Shot off the chest of Salgado. Tries to hit the rebound up in the air. Fans on it. Has to come back out with it, and now it's over to Woolfolk.
That was a nice move there to get back to the middle by Crosby. But Salgado up to the challenge.
Huge shot by Woolfolk goes also into the logo of Salgado. He hits it so hard, I literally cannot see it until it finds its mark. So much power behind those hits. Speaking of power, here's Gage Holmes. That shot, not as much on it, also off target. Panthers keep it though, but Woolfolk breaks up that pass from Bonilla to Wayne. Woolfolk brings it himself. Woolfolk keeps it, looking for a shot here. Quick wrister goes wide past the stick side.
I think Salgado actually got just a piece of it. Not sure if it was going in the first place, but quick hands over there.
Bonilla
Salgado.
able to get a stick on Gavin Carter's shot. That bounced up. Weiss can't control it. Wayne picks it up, but Carter disrupts that. Here's Weiss. Tries to get it to Carter, and she had a good move on it. Stauffer able to get a stick.
Good idea there.
Great
from
idea.
Weiss.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carter in the right position, too. I believe those two connected on 1 or 2 in the last game. Nah, that was Weiss and Crosby, but still, good move. Do that a couple more times, they may be successful with it. That shot goes off of the right side of Cox, bounces to the far corner. Panthers are going to keep it. Holmes now has got to get past Woolfolk. That goes off of Woolfolk's leg. Good defense there. That can't feel good, even on a wrist shot.
No, it does not.
As you know.
Even not just from Holmes, but anyone from right there, point blank, bounces off that, that outside of your ankle, kind of in between the skate and the shin pad.
If you've never played rink hockey before, let me describe what that ball feels like. It looks like a cannonball, and when it comes off of one of those sticks, it might feel like it. That was a great save by Cox there as Stauffer tried to get the redirect. Now there's Holmes with it, but it's slightly bigger, I'd say, than a lacrosse ball, slightly lighter, but can hurt just as bad coming at you with momentum. It is not a tennis ball. It is not soft. The replay of that last one. Trying to get that redirect with Stauffer. And Andrew Woolfolk comes around the back of the Panthers net, circles back in, looking for some help over the middle, has to keep circling. Being challenged by Bonilla, skates away from it. Now Crosby. Ethan Crosby. He handles, finds a wide open Gavin Carter. Carter going for a quick shot. Goes wide though. Crosby's there with Weiss. Tries to get it up, feeds it over the middle. Broken up by Salgado. Good job coming out of the net to play that. Cut that off and keep it away from the stick of Gavin Carter. Caleb Wing now going for a wraparound attempt. Cox able to cover up. Woolfolk, he's got one man to beat. It's Bonilla. He beats him. He's got to go to Salgado now. He gets too far away. Wrist shot goes up above Salgado. Woolfolk, breakaway opportunity, broken up. Ball just slightly too fast. Couldn't slow it down enough to get a good shot attempt. Had to go for the wraparound, and the wrist shot too high. Lost opportunity there for the Avengers.
Yeah, he chipped it just a little too far in front, and even with his speed, couldn't get there, collect it, and get the shot he wanted. Had to swing back behind the net, come around. Ended up getting a good look, but it went just high.
Woolfolk
And now a 3-on-1.
again getting in front of that hard shot from Holmes. And great save with the blocker, Juan Pablo Salgado. Stopping the wrist shot by Woolfolk. And yeah, 3-on-1 opportunity there for the Avengers. Let's do it again though, as Holmes able to get that away from Woolfolk, sends it down the wall. It's going to be collected by Gavin Carter. Over to Trinity Weiss, back to Woolfolk. He finds Crosby moving over the middle with some speed. Crosby bobbles the pass though. He does keep it and get a shot off, but it goes wide, and now it's Weiss who's got to come back behind the net, try to find somebody over the middle, but there's no one there, so she goes back to Carter, who has to go back to Woolfolk in his defensive end. He's got to get over the line. Hard slap shot again goes wide, knocked out by Salgado, who sends that up to Wayne. Wayne's got to beat Carter. He gets around him, but not around Carter's stick, who knocked that away, and Stauffer's got to go chase it down. He's got 3 seconds to get it out. Ben Bonilla get it over the line, and he does. Panthers maintain it. Holmes over to Wayne. Wayne got the ball between his legs, tries to fish it up. Stauffer now. That was Bonilla. And Carter goes a little too hard into the boards with Wayne, and it's going to be Panthers ball. Holmes gets it over to Wayne. Wayne gets the shot off. Houston Cox denies him.
Covers it up. Quick whistle there on the trapped ball, but it's going to be 2 sticks down in the corner. Usually they let it go a little bit longer than that.
It's Holmes and Woolfolk. Woolfolk wins it. Picks it up in the near corner, skates away from Stauffer, coming with speed. He's got Holmes in front of him, makes a move to get around the back, over the middle. Blocker down by Salgado. Carter
Shot is low. Rebound bounces up. And Bonilla comes the other way with it. He's got Holmes with him. It's over to Holmes. Holmes shot up into the logo. And Bonilla had a chance on it with the rebound there. Houston Cox knocking that out using his chest. Bonilla's shot again wide. Bonilla had a lot of trouble in that last game with control. He's a very strong player. He plays with a lot of intensity, a lot of speed, a lot of strength, but he's having trouble connecting on his passes and his shots. Here's Gavin Carter coming over the middle, takes a shot, and goes off the leg of Salgado.
Yeah, Bonilla's a great athlete, tremendous skater, but he is young man, learning the game. Still only been playing for about 6 months, so the nuances of positioning, the passing, connecting that way, still something that he's growing as a player with.
Weiss able to keep it away from Bonilla on that one as the Avengers bring it back the other way. Woolfolk's pass over to Crosby ends up dished back out into the far corner, and Holmes challenges Crosby, wins that challenge from him, but Woolfolk's there to back up his teammate and take it away. Woolfolk keeps it in his offensive zone, comes behind the net. He's got Crosby out front. He's got an awaiting stick from Trinity Weiss just outside the penalty box. Comes over. Robinson recovered from that early injury. He's back out on the floor now as Gavin Carter takes a break. Woolfolk with all kind of traffic in front, creating a screen from Salgado, and he finds the crossbar. Play is blown dead. Robinson took a shot anyway. That ball's in the back of the net. Won't count for anything, though.
Take another look at Wolfpack. Such a nice spin move here. Bonilla goes all the way down, and he gets the room he needs, but there you see it off the crossbar. Almost hit Stauffer in the head on the ricochet.
He had 4 bodies in front of Salgado, and if he can use more of that when Salgado doesn't have eyes on the ball, that might be one of the few ways you'll be able to beat him. Salgado, just a stout goalie back there for this Panther squad. Saw him come out of his net in the last game playing for the Warriors, try to pull some late game heroics.
And we were trying everything there in the last 40 seconds to tie it up and give bronze MVP Chase Troutwine a chance to make something happen in an overtime.
We do have a shot clock violation as the Panthers not able to put the ball on net. Avengers now have it. Here's Woolfolk. Over the middle with speed. Shot is up and high. I think someone got a stick on it. It might have been Bonilla.
It was Bonilla or Holmes. They both stepped up on Wolfpack as he made his move.
And you got to do something. You cannot let him go unchallenged to the net. He will make you pay. Holmes able to disrupt that one, and then he knocks it out. Stauffer sends that over to Wayne. Wayne over the middle. He's got 3 blue shirts in front of him. He's got to stay in front. That goes off the mask of Houston Cox.
Houston Cox standing tall for the Avengers here in the early going.
And he's had a heck of a tournament, too. He's had a lot of tough games, but he's blocked a ton of tough shots. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I've watched him play a lot. And he's another guy, hasn't been playing a whole lot of time, but he's really developed a lot as a goaltender, playing tough. And this is a tough team to play against. Weiss loses her stick trying to get that from Caleb Wayne. Wayne, wrist shot up into the chest protector of Cox. Holmes keeps it, though. He's got Woolfolk in front of him. He does not get all of that one as that one rolls into the crease. Bonilla trying to clear it out into some space over to Stauffer.
Big possession here for the Panthers. A lot of chances here.
I think that might have
finally goes through. That one dribbled in.
Might have gotten just under the legs of Cox. That's Caleb Wayne, number 10. Part of this 2-pronged attack.
You see
from
it there,
the Panthers.
just slipped through with the pads, dribbled down and under. Tough break there for the Avengers.
Woolfolk shot
Stauffer
off the
felt
skate.
that one.
Stauffer singing Woolfolk's praises there as he took that one off the leg, telling him great shot with
It feels different with a regular shin guard than a goalie pad.
I bet. There's Gage Holmes. He gets that through the legs of Carter.
Good defense by Carter going into the body of Holmes.
Holmes and Woolfolk collide there, and then I think it was Holmes' hip took out the side of the net. They got to reset that real quick. Time continues to tick, though. They do stop the clock just under 4.5 in the first period.
A lot of momentum going into that net there with Holmes. Just sliding it off of its spot. Two
Those
sticks to the corner.
Those nets are smaller than your regulation inline or ice hockey nets, but they are not any lighter, I assure you. Does not feel good running into one of those things. Holmes not showing any signs of damage, though. Here's Woolfolk. Makes a move around Fadee. And Fadee and Woolfolk collide. No whistle.
He's got his hand up, but he did not blow the whistle.
That's Fadee to Bonilla. Bonilla challenged by Crosby. Still has it, making some good moves. Bonilla, a very strong skater, as is Tyler Fadee. And Holmes face palming as he passed that out of the reach of Fadee. It becomes a turnover. Now Woolfolk. Holmes eats that one.
He does.
Goes the other way. He's got to beat Carter. Wrist shot.
Good
knocked
stick
up
from
by
Gavin
Carter.
I think we were saying the same thing.
Carter and Crosby collide. They're trying to chase down the ball off the wall. It'll be Panthers ball. Holmes going for the tough angle shot. Bounces off a post. And Woolfolk able to fish that away from Holmes. Woolfolk, he's got Crosby. That's knocked out by Stauffer, breaking that up. Ends up sliding into the crease. Salgado knocks it away. Avengers maintain. Woolfolk's got it in the near corner.
Good back check there by Stauffer, racing back to break up that 2-on-1.
More great defense by this Panthers team to upset Woolfolk. He keeps finding ways to thread the needle and get past all the white shirts. It's just right at the last second they're able to get a stick on him and break up those shots, which they got. That's going to be key for this team. Going the other way now, Holmes. Shot and score. Holmes barrels into Trinity Weiss and then buries the ball behind Austin Cox.
It's a nice shot by Holmes. And Trinity Weiss get off the tracks. That's a tough spot to be in. Fearless out there on defense, doing what she can.
What a move. Broken up by Stauffer. Woolfolk. Again, it's the second and third line of defense that is frustrating Woolfolk here. Here's Carter. He had a good move over the middle, almost unchallenged right until the very end.
Very, very nice by Gavin Carter to get there in front, but Salgado there to break it up, and a quick slide by Salgado again.
Cleared out by the Panthers.
Good possession there for Juan Pablo.
Pass from Weiss over to Carter over the middle. Cannot get past the skates of Nick Stauffer. Skating out in this tournament, but a goaltender by trade and at heart. Doing a good job using his legs to be part of the defense. Here's Carter, though, over the middle. Sticked out off the goal by Nick Stauffer. Carter keeps it, though. He's got Woolfolk over right out in some space. He's got to get past two shirts. And what a move to get the backhanded shot off Salgado. Stout. D puts a knee into Weiss, and that's going to be an Avengers ball. Got under a minute to go here in the first period. They need to make something happen with the time they have.
You watch Woolfolk move there on the offensive end, and it's unbelievable the way he can change direction.
He can skate faster than my mind can perceive. Salgado,
Loose
it
in
trickles
front.
in. I'm not sure who's going to get credit for that one, but Salgado juggled the ball off of his shoulder, off his blocker, and then he fell backwards, and just as it was either his own momentum or the stick of Woolfolk that sent it in.
It is Woolfolk as we took another look. Carter throws it on. Salgado pops it up. Can't find it as it comes back down, and Woolfolk just tapping it enough to send it over the line and make it a 2-1 game.
Avengers making the most out of that opportunity. Battle from Woolfolk and Holmes. It will be Avengers ball, I believe. 5 seconds to go. Time ticking away. Looks like the horn will sound before anything else will happen, and it does. Woolfolk tried to go for one last shot there, and it was sticked out. No chance on it. And we are now at halftime. And of the 4 games we have seen so far, that might have been the quickest half in my eyes. that was
agree.
action-packed.
That one flew by.
Take a look at the goals from that first half.
Big save
That's a
there,
big
the first
save.
one. Few saves from Houston Cox early on.
And there was Caleb Wayne going 5-hole on Cox.
And here's the big shot from Holmes.
Trinity getting trucked. She's okay, though.
She didn't even come off the floor. And then Wolfpack poking it in there inside the last few seconds. 2-1 for the Panthers. And an up and down game. Back and forth we go here. See how that affects the Panthers again. At least half of this Panthers squad on their 3rd game of the day.
Back-to-backs.
Playing both ways, bronze and silver, as they build the program, getting guys experience in both levels. And the Avengers not having quite as much of that to deal with here in this last game of this Tom Osborne Invitational 2024 edition. I don't know about you, Logan, but I've had a blast all week.
I have too. It's been a long week. It's been a lot of work, but a lot of incredible rink hockey happening all week long. It's my first tournament, both as a player and as covering it on roller.planet, and I'm so excited to see what's in store for the future of these programs, these teams, and what's in store for the future of this tournament. It's only going to grow and get better.
Rink hockey in Colorado definitely headed in the right direction.
Well, and it's cool to see that there's also, this is such a, it's the right word. It's just not a well-known sport in this country, and it's nice to see that there are programs out there and a huge opportunity there for Stauffer. But that the Lubbock Phoenix program bringing multiple teams traveling for this tournament, and a quick opportunity for Wolfpack, and we've got quick action going here in this first half or second half, right from the start. But the game's growing, is my point, and it's exciting to see. And by the way, for our fans, viewers, and family members and other athletes out there, we will have lots of games and highlights from throughout the tournament. We've had a little bit posted on our social media and on our YouTube channel already. We've got much more coming to you in the days to come. Going to take a little bit to process some of those, but all of that will be free to watch on YouTube.
Roller Planet editorial team hard at work trying
Yes,
to
we
turn
are.
that video around. As the ball pops up over the boards over there. So that little 1-minute halftime break.
Goes quick.
Everybody feeling refreshed after that.
Which is amazing
Going
considering
up and down.
how much hockey these guys have played over the last hour and a half. Quick back and forth from Stauffer to Holmes. Stauffer cannot handle. Loses that to Weiss. Weiss sends it back to Wolfpack, and Wolfpack comes the other way along the near boards. Crosby taking his place out in the middle, trying to screen Salgado. Wolfpack making some moves to get around, create some space from Holmes. Holmes keeping that pressure on. Stauffer
A little contact
sticks a shoulder right there into the cheekbone of
That was
Wolfpack.
definitely borderline, but
Yep.
officials decided
wow.
to let it play. It was more hips and shoulders than hands and sticks,
That-
so that's kind of the rule of thumb.
Crosby had an incredible look there on Salgado. Salgado made the cat-like move to his right to block it. I'm just spectating here. Blown away by what I'm seeing. Good stick by Holmes to come the other way with it. Makes a good move. Try to get around Wolfpack.
And Wolfpack forced him to go a little more than he wanted. and
Shot and score by Gage Holmes. Sorry to cut you off there, but it was so quick.
Not at all. Wolfpack forced Holmes to go too far with the ball on the first move, but he's able to recover it there on the wall, come back. Too much space for that guy. Too much space. I know you don't want to step in front of it, but
Carter
you can't give him that kind of room.
Carter and Wolfpack just standing straight up there. And as strange as it may sound, if you're not familiar with the game, when you got somebody like, well, Wolfpack and Holmes, what you actually want to do when they shoot that hard is you want to close the distance between you and them. You want to try to, if you're going to make contact with them, you want to do it when the ball's as low as it can be to the ground, so that way it bounces off of a knee pad or a shin pad or something. And Bonilla shoots and scores.
The goal for Bonilla. So 2 quick ones for the Panthers. Cox need to get his head back into it here. It's right between the pads. Trying to pad stack, didn't quite close the gap in between, so a good goal there for Ben Bonilla.
Bonilla getting past the outstretched stick of Robinson, who had he was just using his momentum to carry himself in. He needs to keep his legs churning in order to try to not let Bonilla get the edge here. And Bonilla has a 2-on-1 opportunity with Stauffer, who cannot handle the pass. Avengers may want to consider taking a timeout here. This momentum is all in favor of the Panthers right now. Here's Holmes. Big slapper coming. There it is. Could not quite get a tip on it, was Nick Stauffer. That's a high ball.
High ball, back in play already. And you're right about the timeout. It's a little early. I would want to save it if I could, but you also don't want to go down 4 goals against this Panthers team.
Now Holmes, huge chance here. Backhand shot and score. The fist pump celebration.
Nice pass there on the breakaway.
Absolutely. As Panthers pull away now, 5-1 advantage.
Bonilla with the nice pass. We were talking about how that was something he needed to work on, connecting the passes. He definitely did it there. Carter not able to slide over in time.
Well, and it's so apropos, I suppose I should say, as the man who taught Bonilla how to play, got him started, was Coach Holmes at the Academy rink. And another dish and score. Caleb Wayne connecting to Gage Holmes. And I'm not one to offer any advice, but I think they are going to take that timeout now, and there they go.
Yeah, now down 5, have to do it. You like to try to save it for inside of 10 minutes if you can, but this 3 goals in about the last, it's been less than 2 minutes, I think, of clock time, maybe even 90 seconds. Cox obviously needs a moment to collect himself, as we see.
I mean, anything you can do to take the momentum, take the wind out of the sails of Holmes right now. He's just on fire.
He's on fire, and he's got the whole team clicking. He's gotten a great pass from Bonilla, 1 time down, and then he got maybe an even better pass from Wayne on that last one. Some tic-tac-toe action there from the Panthers as they've taken complete control here, looking for their 2nd championship of the day.
They've been on the doorstep this whole half. I mean, they've just a couple of small mistakes. This thing could be even more out of reach than it already is. Stauffer missing on a couple of tip-in opportunities, but momentum definitely in favor of this team in white right now. But still lots of time left. They can make that deficit back up as quickly as it was built.
You know, with a guy like Andrew Wolfpack on the floor, you can never count whatever side he's on out of one.
Absolutely not. And here is Wolfpack. Chips that up in for Crosby. Goes to the back wall, though. Crosby, a good stick handler. Keeps it out of the reach of Bonilla. Feeds it back for Wolfpack. He's got Weiss out front. 3 white shirts between him and her. Feed over the middle. Goes back to Crosby. Crosby has got to send that back for Robinson. Robinson trying to keep it away from Wayne. And it gets out of the reach of Weiss. Picked up by Bonilla. Bonilla, he had Wayne waiting in front of the net, but Weiss doing a good job cutting that off. Weiss picks it back up, comes along the wall. It's sticked away by Holmes. Holmes has got Wayne out front. Wayne's got a skate just out of his reach, and he is overtaken by Wolfpack. Picks that up on the near corner. Wolfpack over the middle. Looking for a backhand shot. Goes off the skate of Holmes. Wolfpack keeps it, though. Crosby, and what a save by Salgado.
Several saves there as it stayed loose in front. Crosby there banging after those rebounds. Could not get it past Juan Pablo.
I don't know what else you could ask of Wolfpack and Crosby on that one. Wayne now, shot and score with the backhand. Like lightning. It happened so fast. It felt like the Avengers were building on something there.
But back the other way, and Wayne with a nice move back across the middle. Gets a half step on Weiss and has plenty of room. Feeds Cox blocker side.
Just getting out of hand for the Avengers, and Woolfolk's shot went off the leg of Robinson. You can see Robinson wincing in pain after wearing that one from Woolfolk. Woolfolk has to come across the middle. That one goes into the legs of Stauffer. Robinson tried to whack it out of the air and totally fanned on it. Now Holmes trying to get a feed over to Tyler Neal Eames. He couldn't handle it. And again, Woolfolk's shot goes off the leg of Stauffer. I mean, it truly is. He's playing against two goalies out there. He's got the stalwart Salgado and then Stauffer. That one, good feed from Fadee over to Holmes. That shot into the logo of Austin Cox. Austin Cox doubling over. Looks like he's feeling that too. He may have taken that one a little bit low.
Stauffer all alone.
Stauffer, he goes low. Tries to get his own rebound. Kept out. Tyler Neal Eames knocks down Carter. Crosby got two Panthers in front of him, circles around. He's got the stick of Weiss. Weiss fanning on it. Huge opportunity missed by Weiss. She was all alone. Good play by Crosby circling around. He comes back the other way. Over to Weiss. Weiss has Woolfolk. If she can dish it out to him, she likes to shoot. Kept out by Salgado. Crosby picks it up along the wall. Tries to get that over to Woolfolk. Woolfolk did able to get a little bit of a backhander on it, but not enough, and that ends up juggled by Salgado and knocked out. Woolfolk over to Carter.
Yeah, the job Salgado's doing keeping Woolfolk out.
It's huge.
Handling rebounds.
It's huge.
Clearing the ball himself like that.
He's so good. Another shot blocked down by these Panthers players, and as good of a job as Salgado's doing, this Panthers defense knocking down these rockets from Woolfolk is just incredible. Here's Holmes again with another one, and a shot, backhand again, top corner for another score. I think that may be his 6th of the game.
Yeah, and a 2-on-1, as we take another look at it, Fadee drops it off. Cox diving over to cut off the near post, but gives Holmes a big window to shoot at back over his leg. And as the Avengers get more and more desperate to push up, the Panthers counterattack just continues to find opportunities, and they're able to capitalize, especially with a finisher like Holmes out there on the floor.
Weiss has Carter. She's going to keep pushing in. Dishes it in with the backhand, tries to knock it down out of the air.
Can't do that, too high.
Too high. And that's the instinct a lot of these players with inline hockey backgrounds have. Here's Woolfolk with a chance. Shot and score! Finally, after so many attempts, I believe he beat the legs of Salgado on that one, and they got to move. Got a big hold.
Took it away from Fadee in the corner. Fake came back quick to the backhand and did look like it went 5-hole, possibly near post. Couldn't really tell from our angle.
Wayne sends that into the legs of Cox.
And Crosby diving in there with the stick to help cover up that backside as Cox came down on top of the ball.
2 sticks to the left of Cox. One by the Avengers. Here's Crosby, chased down by Tyler Fadee, breaking that up. Can't quite hang on to it as Crosby. Fadee showing the speed here.
One of the fastest skaters in the tournament, Tyler Fadee.
Woolfolk tries going for that backhand again. Bobbling, and they're blowing that dead, but it was a loose ball. Nobody was covering up.
Certainly was.
Don't know what the point of the whistle was, but either way, it'll be 2 sticks to the right of Salgado.
Sometimes it's hard to see when it's all jammed up inside there, but you got to give it more time than that.
Woolfolk lifts the ball, trying to go for the aerial shot. I think that might have gone off the shoulder of Salgado. And again, a loose ball blown dead. It was not.
It was a foul.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad you're back here with me. Keep me honest.
The contact coming in a little too aggressive was one of the Avenger players. Carter trying to get it over to Woolfolk.
Still learning the game myself, folks.
And you can see the difference So when a similar play happened, Weiss stuck her stick up in the air to bat it down. Wolfhook brought his to his hip, but then stayed as waited for the ball to fall back down to the ground. And that's a difference in experience.
Bonilla and Woolfolk collide there. Stuck the stick under Woolfolk's left skate, came down.
And that's
Avengers
a foul
ball.
again that's right on the line. If that had been given a penalty shot, I don't think anyone would have complained. Instead, they hit the restart from the low corner.
Carter's got to go chase that down as Panthers get the clear. Crosby got a stick on it, but still got out of his reach. Avengers trying to establish some control. Quick backhand shot goes wide, and that ball bounces and lands on the back of the net. So they got to stop play once again. We'll get 2 sticks to the left of Salgado. Trinity Weiss comes off for Robinson. And now is the only one back. Carter takes a swinging stick attempt on Bonilla. And I think he might have gotten Bonilla's thigh a little bit. He knocked off Bonilla's helmet, rather came off when he went down.
Contact was very high, very aggressive with the stick involved, so he's honestly lucky that's not a blue card.
Absolutely, I was just going to say that. He's
I'm a physical player, but that was a bit much over there on the boards. Frustration building for the Avengers, and young Gavin Carter in particular prone to that emotion at times.
a quick dish from Holmes over to Wayne resulted in ball bouncing off the top corner, coming back the other way for the Avengers. Fadi doing a good job frustrating Woolfolk, who's trying to make more moves to bring it back over the middle. No one really giving him a good outlet pass or anything. He finally dishes it over to Robinson. Now a tough angle. Does bounce that off Salgado, hoping for a rebound attempt from Crosby. Fadi handling well, keeping it away from Crosby, sends it back for Holmes. Holmes tries to go for a pass that's knocked out wide. Fadi with no one in front of him, shot. Oh, an incredible shot. It bounced off the post, ricochets off the back of Houston Cox, and goes into the net for Fadi's first score of the game.
Take another look here. Fadi corrals it. Yeah, it hit the post. Cox diving over late and gets that for his effort. Tough break there.
Tough break
for the Avengers, but a nice goal for Fadi, something he can really build on as his young career continues in the sport.
What a move. Shot and score by Andrew Woolfolk, putting on a one-man show there in the box for the Avengers. It may be too little too late, but it's still an impressive play by Andrew Woolfolk.
Yeah, Woolfolk keeping it respectable here. Again, with that maneuverability, that agility in the box, he goes around people, and you think there's no way he could possibly still have the ball, and then he fires it in the back of the net.
Wayne loses that off the skate of Crosby, takes a shot. Ricochet goes to Fadi, who takes another shot, kept out by Cox. Woolfolk over to Crosby, gets knocked down by Fadi, no call. Cleared out by Wayne. Just 3 to go. 6-goal lead by the Panthers. Good move by Robinson getting around Holmes, choosing to go off the wall there. Here's Woolfolk, backhand shot, kept out low. Not sure if that was the stick or the leg. Either way, saved by Salgado.
And another amazing one. So quick to extend in every direction. Simultaneously, it seems, down there. Salgado between the pipes.
The recovery by Woolfolk on Robinson passing back to no one. Now rebound opportunity for Holmes. Some frustration by Woolfolk.
Shot attempt from Holmes covered up by Cox.
I think Cox is saying he may need an injury timeout. I'm not sure. He's shaking his hand. He picks up his stick and seems to regain his position, so we will play on.
And
2 minutes to go.
Woolfolk getting a talking to from the official up near
We didn't
halfway as well.
We didn't see it on camera, but he did let his stick go freely after that mishandle by Robinson. A bit of frustration there, but No blue cards or anything. I think everyone is of the same mind that this one is all but done.
Yeah, 100 seconds to go. Wolfpack and the Avengers need to score about every 12 seconds as Stauffer wears another one.
Just going to say that exact thing. He's looking up at the ceiling, singing Wolfpack's praises for his elite shooting abilities.
thinking about his life choices, no doubt.
Carter goes for a quick shot and the rebound, both low, kept out by Salgado.
This Avengers team still playing hard. Carter, Crosby, Wolfpack, they're all down there in front of the net.
Another attempt there. That one goes off the crossbar.
And
Wolfpack. Holmes waiting on the pass all alone. Carter breaks that up. Holmes also unrelenting.
the whistle was blown as Robinson used his elbow to knock the ball down, and so then an immediate restart from the Panthers to get that play going. A nice reach by Carter to break that up. Holmes all alone. Carter ball goes up over the boards.
They do stop the clock. 47 seconds left to go. Clock moves, but ref blows play dead as they did not get reset and wait for the whistle. Now Robinson sends it over to Carter, who goes off the wall. 35 seconds to go with Wolfpack coming over the middle again. Fakes the slap shot over to Crosby, and Salgado got a stick on that to break up that pass. Wolfpack coming over the middle, over to Crosby. Crosby trying to go for the wrist shot, gets under too much of it, and it goes high. Time ticks down. We may get time for one more play. Here comes Wayne. He runs into Carter. Avengers try anything they can do to get over to Wolfpack, and they cannot. That will do it. And the Panthers, Silver Squad, they are your Silver Division winners.
Congratulations to that team.
Panthers 9, Avengers
A well-played tournament beginning to end.
An incredible lights-out performance by this Colorado Panthers team. Many of these skaters in back-to-back games playing in the silver semifinal, then half of this team playing in the bronze final, and then this one, and the Panthers win both of them. They are your silver and bronze division champions. Let's take a look at some of the goals from this game. Led by that man there, Gage Holmes, that slap shot. Such a dominating, commanding performance. A backhanded slapper on that one. Bonilla beating the legs of Cox. Bonilla connecting with Holmes on this one.
These two were the ones that really showed where the program is. Bonilla to Holmes, and then Wayne with an even better pass. Seeing it again, now I'm sure of it. I thought it might have been.
Wayne, the new addition to this Panthers squad, fitting in nicely.
Fitty getting an assist to Holmes as well in the shooting of Holmes. And Andrew Wolfpack just giving everything he's got to try to keep him in it as Fitty gets his. A nice one for him.
So there it is again.
Take two looks at that. Tyler Fitty playing up in the silver division for the first time. So a commanding win here in the championship, and I wouldn't say it was smooth sailing, but they definitely have been the dominant team in the silver division all along, and then getting the bronze championship as well. That Panthers program from the south side of Colorado Springs, definitely the premier organization in rink hockey here in Colorado at the moment.
Well, that is going to do it for the 2024 Tom Osborne Invitational. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you sticking with us on this playoff Sunday morning for our 4 final games. We do have some highlights and some games already posted on our YouTube channel. We will have some more coming for the early part of this next week. We appreciate you joining us. For all of our referees, all of our officials, our teams, our athletes, everyone, all the staff here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena here in Colorado Springs, as well as all of my colleagues on Roller Planet and my partner in crime, Chris Johnson, I'm Logan McCrary. Thanks for watching.